Welcome back to Baker's, man. We are heading over to the dealership because apparently the contracts are getting messed up because these pallets are in the way for items to spawn. So we're gonna move these around first, and then we need to find a contract to help us fund being able to pick up the straw because we're out of money right now. And I did see a decent contract that I think will be the one we want to grab. But let's go ahead and get these pallets moved over to our farm, and we'll go from there. All right, well, it feels good to be organized anyways and to not be wasting space in the dealership like that. And line this up with the other herbicide. And very nice. Let's go ahead and park the John Deere, and then we'll go ahead and look at that contract I was talking about. Right, there was a cultivating for $7,800. And apparently we just accepted it. Oh no. All right, first it's gonna take a little bit longer. Where's our cultivator at? And which field number was that? Field 93. Let's head down there. This cultivated. What do we have in this field? And why are we cultivating? I know it's July. Is this sorghum? It's harvested sorghum. Yeah, the new textures look great. They almost threw me off a little bit. Let's see. Let's get this all configured. Cultivated and lowered. And away we go. Getting started here. Should be a good amount of money to get us something to lease, and then we'll make a ton of money off the straw as well. And then we'll get focused on tillage on the 3 fields, get them all flipped and ready to be replanted, because we are going to want to do that probably in September and October. Let's look at the calendar. We could do canola in August, but I don't know if we have any reason for that. So September, October, we'll plant our barley and our wheat, and then we'll want to get oats or sorghum in the ground in the spring. Focus on this for a little bit and get this all cracking. Move on with working on our farm. It does work now, so that did, just to clarify, I kind of did this just to test it out, but we are going to go harvest a field while we let a worker take care of the cultivating for us. Just getting a big jump start on the finances going into this part 2 or year 3, I guess, of the Baker's Man Challenge playthrough. We're gonna head up to field 22 next. We're gonna harvest that, and this should be a pretty good start. That'll get us through July, and then we'll do some tillage and straw probably in August. We have arrived starting this harvest. The field's not too... It's not too small or too big, but look at the bend in the header. That is sweet. Let's get this going, finish this harvest, and then we can get back to working on our farm. Welcome to the Sock Pile. Our community server is now powered by Pocket Host for a smoother gameplay experience. Join us, and if you want your own server, check out my link below. Yeah, the angle in that header is awesome. It looks like it's one that actually flexes. Does it? Does it actually? Because it is at an angle. So that's pretty cool. I did not think when we started this harvest we'd fill up the harvester, but here we are. So we're gonna have to get the grain cart, get it over here. And where we go. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. We'll grab, what do we have here? The Fent and a nice grain cart here. That should be enough to get the harvester and the rest that we have to harvest in here. So we only have to do 1 trip to the selling location. We might look into this one. We need upgrades, but we got a lot to do still. And unloading. Look at that canola go in there. I don't know if we've seen canola yet. Let's hop up here, try to get a good view of it. Oh, let me jump again. Come on, game. Let me in. It looks good. There we go. We can get a decent look in there. Pretty good texture. It's this strip and a half here to finish up. And then we'll go check on the cultivating. And that should be enough money. I think we're going to try to get the pressure washer and something to pick up the straw with this money, because I do want to start getting all of our equipment cleaned on a regular basis. Now, I was going to skip to August to pick up the straw, but being that it's only 1 o'clock, we might as well turn in this contract and see if it gives us enough to lease what we want to lease and get going on that. I did want to use the Challenger, but we might get away with using the John Deere until it's freed up enough for us. So let's go ahead and head to the sales station. We have just under 11,000 liters of canola here. We'll go see how much of it's ours for extra profits. We're sitting at $1,000 right now. Worker is taking a little bit of that for working on the cultivating, but that building straight ahead of us is where we're going. And here we are. Let's see how good this treats us. Unload the canola. Watch the dollar amount. Watch the percentage go up. We're at 80 right now. We're looking at that top number. Field 22, the contract harvesting. Starting to fly up there. Yeah, about $1,600. That is plenty for what this was. Go ahead and collect that. And $4,600. Let's go ahead and look in here now. Boy, that would be nice. That would be nice. Interesting. Don't have the money for it, though. All right, let's look at the forage wagons. And I don't remember which one we went with last time, so we'll just go with this one. I think this is the one. Maybe it's not, but it doesn't matter. We do have enough horsepower for this, so let's go ahead and lease it. Took most of our money, but making good progress over here. 56% done. We do need maintenance big time on all of our equipment. Let's go pick that up. Start picking up some straw. It's going to be a long process. I think next time we will do this along with the harvest. I do believe this is smaller than the one we got last time, so it's going to take a little bit longer, more trips, but all doable. Hopefully the John Deere is strong enough, or we will have to potentially swap jobs. We'll see. And here we go. See how it pulls it. Seems fine right now. But as the weight increases in the wagon, that's what I'm concerned about this being able to pull still. We'll find out. And here's the moment of truth, climbing the hill. It is struggling a little bit when we're turning around, but it seems to be handling it power-wise just fine. Just the turning radius isn't the best, but climbing this, yeah, we're dropping to 4 miles an hour. We might need to swap, especially if we're gonna try to get this done before dark. Not too bad. I'm gonna do this whole load and then we'll see. All right, first load going into the sales location. Not too bad. I think once they do get done with cultivating, we will swap. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. But 26,000 liters per trip. We'll see how much money that brings in. And yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a grindy grind. All right, here we go. Dropping the straw off. Gets us real close to, we were close to running out of money for the worker, but this helps a ton. This must be the same one we had. That's good money per trip. $2,700. All right, let's get back. Rinse and repeat. A whole lot of times. Okay, I think my patience has run out. So let's go ahead and detach that. I'm going to pull this aside. We're going to finish the 20% with the Challenger, get that contract done, and then get over here and finish with the straw picking up. Let's go ahead and cancel the worker and just cruise along ourselves, and really desperately in need of maintenance here. Whew, look at that bar. And finally done with this contract. Let's go ahead and collect. Bank account's looking pretty nice. We're gonna head to the store. Oh, let's lift though. Let's head to the store and we will repair this and see how much money we have left at that point. I think we're gonna get the pressure washer right now though. Okay, we've arrived. See how much this is gonna cost? Repairing it, yeah, $5,200. I had a feeling it was gonna be a lot. Let's repair this as well. So we got those taken care of. And then let's hop in the store here. I think it's gonna be under miscellaneous. Yeah, there it is. Let's buy it. All right, let's drive around to it. I wanna see how this thing works. Is it different? Is it different? I don't know. There it is. It's nice we don't just place it down like we used to. Let's go ahead and spray off the Challenger while we're here. The mud off the tires. Oh, that's pretty slick. Is it all gonna come off? Nice. Looking nice and clean. Same with the cultivator. And we'll see if it feels like the maintenance is dropping a little slower. I wish it would like tell you the clean state. Oh, dirt, 50%. There it is. That is sweet. Well done. 18%. All right, so that's good. Does this one still show dirt? It does. 20% still, 17. And all taken care of. So I think, how do we do this? Do we just enter it like a vehicle? Yes, turn it on. And we'll just jog across the street, get it to our house. First person mode, or in cab mode, that's cool. Yeah, it's a little short for me. It's not very good posture. Now it is pretty slick. We're gonna be able to just kind of wander around and find things that need cleaned with it. The harvester taken care of, and then we'll do the rest after picking up the straw. I just wanted to try this out a little bit more. It's pretty sweet. I love that it's not just spray it down because you need to spray it down. It's like a legitimate reason. And it takes a little bit of time, apparently, finding all the spots. Got 4% on the header still. There we go. That's taken care of. And 25% still here. Undercarriages and all the things taken care of. Excellent. All right, let's get this out of the way. That is kind of an awkward spot for it. And we'll put it right here for now. Look at that, shiny and clean. Those tires are soaked from it. And get back to work. We'll get the rest of this stuff sprayed later, like I said. We might get the John Deere on spreading fertilizer once we get all the straw out of this field. But let's pick up where the John Deere left off. Get that bank account looking even better. All right, so we got one field done. Dropping off this load, we're gonna go ahead and get the John Deere all prepped to do some fertilizer for us. After selling this, we'll get back, get that all configured, and then I will get the second field and third fields done while they do fertilizer for us. And I think that will lead us to pretty quick turnaround on these fields and getting them prepped and replanted. Alrighty, let's stop right here, swap on over. Yeah, I have no idea what we have in capacity, so we will find out and probably have to buy some fertilizer, but we have $9,000, so right now the straw is really funding us flipping these fields. 900 might be able to get this one field done, but we will go ahead and put it about right here. Hold down H and hit OK and let them go, and we'll get back to picking up straw. They'll let us know if they run out, I believe. I haven't had that happen yet in this version of the game. And they did finish the fertilizer, so they had enough in there. We'll check when we get back because we're just about ready to start the next field. Should get our money around $14,000 here, closer to 15, not too bad. And just a tiny couple specs here to pick up that we will do right now. And then we're gonna check the capacity and see if it's time to buy that fertilizer or if we can get away with one more field after getting this a little bit here. Just have the big field now to do with the straw. Let's shut that off momentarily and swap on over. Oh yeah, they didn't even use just over 300, so they should be able to do this field, but then when it comes to the big field, we'll have to buy some. Alrighty, that's pretty perfect, actually. They should get started now, and we can do this big field. Let's see if we can get above, I don't know, close to 30. It's not going to be close to 30. It's going to be more like 22,000, I think. Okay, I think I really overestimated that. We're going to be lucky to get to 20,000, I think. Either way, we are tracking in the right direction. Hey, we hit 20,000. That's awesome. All right, we got one. I think it's going to be just over one more load to pick up here. And we have the fertilizer done on the two fields. We just need to do the third one. I'll probably do that myself after finishing this. It just feels weird. I know we could and get away with it, but it feels weird to spray fertilizer on the field while the straw is still there. So I do some things that feel realistic. Some things are just feel dirty, and I just don't think I could do that. What I'm trying to say is trying to strike a balance between realism and a video game. You know what I mean? And the last little bit of straw to sell. 7,800 liters. Put us over close to 24,000. Nice, 23.5. All right, let's get home. We're going to, well, let's return this now because, you know, I just don't know if it's going to be close to that hour mark. And it wasn't even close. We did it much quicker this time, much more efficient. Now, I'm tempted to look into some of the no-tillage seeders, but I just don't know if it would be beneficial to us right now because of having to do it in multiple months. Like, we're not going to plant all 3 fields the same month, so if we leased a piece of equipment to do no-tillage planting or seeding, would it really be worth it? Let's get the fertilizer done on the last field, and then we'll take a look at the store and see about our options. I'm going to buy 1 bag of fertilizer, though, just to make sure we have enough. Let's go pick it up and load it and go from there. All right, 1,300 liters should be more than enough to get field 43 spread with fertilizer. And then we'll check before we sleep, we'll check the capacity at the bakery, make sure it has enough flour, see if we need to move a pallet over or not. And then we'll make it August and keep rolling with this series. Away we go, lock into place. If I remember right, it is just up and down on this field. I wonder if that 300 was enough. We'll find out here in a minute. And well, we didn't need to buy that, but that is okay. It would have been super close here with 80. Yeah, oh, actually, yeah, it'd have been really close. I think we're okay, though, financially. No harm, no foul. All right, let's get this home, and we need to spray both of these. We'll try to pull up close to the Challenger, see if we can get in range of the pressure washer, but we can move that around too. That's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, we cruise right here. That'll be perfect. Yeah, we can leave it running. No big deal. Back here we got 48%. It looked like dirt. We'll get that gone. Pretty slick, man. Pretty slick. That's taken care of. Let's get the John Deere all cleaned off. It was at 86% dirt. I bet that's why the maintenance was going down so fast on this thing. And I imagine the front loader is separate and the pallet forks, so I have to get everything down to that 0% dirt. Having a hard time getting the front loader. It's like stuck at 50%. Oh, that's damage. It's been done the whole time. Okay, let's shut that off. Okay, we wanted to check on the bakery, make sure they have capacity. Yeah, we'll move one over right now. Move 1 thing of flour over, and then we should be good to sleep. We did have a comment about expanding the field over here, and we could do that temporarily. But I do plan on, populating this with a lot of stuff. So I really wanted to keep this space for us to use long term. And we really need to figure out something for the bread. I don't like it sitting out here. But I don't want to spend money until the winter. So I want to get through all the productions and the good time to spend money, or the good time to make money off of the flour and bread. And then at that point, I think is when we will start making our next moves, seeing where the money is sitting. Just let it all kind of accumulate over the next 6 months or so. All right, this morning, let's take a look in the store and see about seeders. Let's look at deals first. Yeah, nothing we can really afford or need right now. Let's take a look at seeders. 140 horsepower required, no tillage, previous tillage, but it doesn't do fertilizer. This one does both, requires 180. Let's go and remember what the Challenger is, 160. That would be pushing it. We do have a lot of hills to climb. Without a lot of mods to our use here, I think with the situation or the setup we have right now, we're gonna have to just go with the tillage and the planting. So let's use the Challenger. And let's look at the calendar. Let's remember we could not. We need to get to September before we can plant our crops. So we'll use August. I'm going to get this going on a worker. We are going to take advantage of contracts, so we're going to see if there's any to take advantage of. Though it looks like we do have some rain coming. And I know we have a couple spots on the fields that require replowing. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I can't get a view that shows that anymore, so maybe we're okay. I want to start with the big field though. That was wheat last time, I believe. We'll make it barley this time. Let's double check that. I think we could still see that when we hop down here right now. Yeah, it was wheat, so this one will be barley. So I did want to prioritize that first. And you know what, I don't think it's much bigger over here than over there, because it's a little deceiving. It's longer, but it's skinnier. So I don't know how much bigger it is. And go ahead and get them rolling on that. And let's take a look in here and see if there's any contracts worth grabbing right now. Holy cow. Too bad I hate plowing. This is something I wanted to do myself. I don't really want to do red beets either. Bale wrapping, a little quick money there. I think that might be something we could do. If field 47's in here, it's not. I was gonna grab that. Yep, let's go ahead and grab the bale wrapping one. Be about, let's see, it'll tell us now. 2,800, leasing fee 400. So yeah, $2,400. Not too bad. Just kind of, you know, utilizing our time. Have a worker doing its thing, and we'll go do our thing down at field 92. Got a little lost there. I think I see our bales in front of us. We never made it this far to create these fields in the maze challenge. So I haven't seen this area of the map much, but nice grass field here that was freshly cut and baled. And I did not have the wrapper low enough because it's not possible. There we go. Okay, so it's a little different on this one than it was on the John Deere because I had the John Deere connected to the front loader, but you can attach these to the 3-point. Okay, that makes sense. That's why it's so different. So we got, it looks like it's just a handful of bales to wrap here. 12% done on just doing one. So let's get this done. And I believe this is the last bale. I don't see any more. So that should get us to 100%. What a perfect job for in-cab view too. Very nice. Nope, nothing else there. That should hit 100% here. There it is. And collect. Pretty good progress here. I think what we're gonna do is just this field this month. And then we can start planting it in September. So what are you doing, worker? We're gonna switch, we're gonna take over. And yeah, they did the majority for us, so we'll go ahead and finish this job. Shouldn't take too much longer. And away we go. Nothing like a nice rainy day tillage session. All done with this field. That is the only one we're going to do in August. I think I am going to go with that plan to move it to September. We can start getting planting or putting some seed down. I always call it planting either way, right? Like we're planting our crop, even though we're using a seeder. But we'll go ahead and get this all cleaned up and sleep. I mean, is it dirty? Is the rain taking care of it? Let's see. Let's see. Dirt percentage 89. Yeah, it got really dirty because of the rain. But we'll get it all taken care of and ready to be used again in September. Look at these deals today. We could use that baler. I mean, we could use this. We don't have the money for it. 44% off. It also the 8RX 56% off. We just don't have the cash for it. Man, good deals, good deals. I do want to spray down the cedar because we haven't done that yet, but luckily we have enough in it. But you know what? Let's grab the John Deere, get the cultivating going while we do this because we know the cultivator's prepped and ready. And I think the field right here is where we're going to do wheat since that was oats last time. And then what was the barley field will end up being oats in the spring unless we decide to get a planter and do sorghum, but I think we'll probably stick with oats right now financially, so we're not using any more money. But this should be good to get going here. Have a worker take care of this and we will do the planting ourselves. There we go. Yeah, let's back this up to the pressure washer if it'll cooperate. Not a very good backup radius there, huh? Like, what is going on with that? Is it the sand? Like, I'm tempted to change the ground texture because the sand's just, we're digging into that gravel or whatever that is. All right, this, yeah, what's 98% dirty. It's gonna get dirty again, but I figured if it's working the way it's working and we clean it before using it, it'll waste less maintenance is what I'm hoping, and last us a lot longer. It is 26% damage. It's nice that all this information's on here. I don't know if this is from a mod I added. It might be, or if it's base game. I don't know, but it's pretty slick. That is completely clean, and that's not what we wanted. Let's get back in the Challenger. We got barley selected already. Just head on over to the field and get prepped and going. Hopefully this is enough fertilizer, but we all know we can fill it up if it isn't. So looking at the field, we do have one application of fertilizer that we did. We did tillage after that, so this should allow us to apply the second application now. So we start right here. I'm gonna get the guidelines going just to help us out a little bit. And lower, it was lowered, activate it, lock into place. Barley going in for the third time in this series. Pretty awesome stuff. Slow down just a little bit. We're gonna go at 10 on this. And the goal today is gonna be to get this planted as well as 45. Let's double check the calendar. Yeah, wheat can go in there today, so we'll try to get both these fields done and potentially leasing a roller, because I believe there's a roller that we can attach a weeder to and take care of the weeding. We'll find out soon, though. I want to double check on that. Really addicted to playing in this screenshot mode. I just wanted to double check that we're good on capacity. We'll be able to finish this field without reloading anything. Let's keep on keeping on. So finishing up here, and I'm kind of interested. I don't even think I need to do, I don't even need to do anything on the end rows. I think we did a pretty good job just kind of waiting for the John Deere to get done. We're moving a little quicker than them. We'll take that time to kind of peek in the store and see about that roller that I've been told about. But barley's in here. Should be a good barley harvest in a few months in the spring, or I guess summer. And it looks like they are working on the end rows or the headlands now for the soon-to-be wheat field. So that looks good. Timing should be okay. But is this field over here? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a contract this month. We'll see. And done. Go ahead and lift. We're going to get close to the wheat field, and then I'm going to take a look at the store and take a look at those rollers and see if I can find the one with that attachment. It might be a mod that someone was talking about, but I'm not sure. And I believe it's under yield improvements. We have rollers. And let's see, this one, standard, the crossbar. Doesn't say what the crossbar does, but I believe that is what will take care of the weeds. And leasing this, it requires 120 horsepower, and leasing it 2,600. Let's go ahead and grab that. I think what we'll do is finish this job for the John Deere, and then potentially, Yeah, because I want the John Deere to do the rolling while we plant this field. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll grab this. Switch it back over. That's one improvement I would love to see, is being able to quickly switch to between the AI worker configuration and us. You know, what is it called? You know, between the steering assist and the AI worker mode. Maybe there's something in the controls to do that, but I'll see. Let me know if you guys know if there's a button I can do to just swap that. Be pretty awesome. And finishing up tillage here. Looks like we have a great demand at the biomass heating plant. But yeah, another field prepped to be planted. We'll get the Challenger going on planting while we pick up the roller and get that all situated, and then we'll take over. But let's get the cultivator put away first. We'll wash it later on when we're done with all of our chores for the day. Looks like the forecast is clear. Should be good to get all this work done. Go ahead and detach that. We'll switch over. Let's make sure we switch this. Oh, I had that on the whole time. To wheat, and we'll let them get going. Just save us a little bit of time there. Let's go grab the roller, and I think we have enough horsepower for this. Should be fine. We'll do the cultivation on the third field if we have time. But looking at this, let's double check. Let's see. John Deere, yeah, it's a little, oh no, that was the cultivator. 116, so we're barely underpowered. I think it'll be okay. All right, we'll get this all set up and get back to planting ourselves. All right, picking up where they kind of left off there, but we will loop around. Oh, gotta watch out for the power line. Get this wheat in the ground. Hopefully we have enough fertilizer. If not, we can get some out of the spreader. But it looks like they're doing a decent job getting started there. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we'll check on them when we're done with this planting. And finishing up the last pass here, going great. 11 liters of fertilizer left, now 10, just enough to get the job done. Perfect. All right, let's lift, shut that off, increase our cruise control now that we're not planting. And while they finish rolling that field, we're gonna go ahead and spray this off again. I do think I'm gonna move this sprayer this time though, the pressure washer. It's about time for some sheds, man. Now, is it a vehicle? No, it is not a tabbable vehicle. That's good. All right, let's push it on over through the sand here. Yeah, I think it might be time to call some contractors and get this repaved. It's pretty nice though that it's sand. It's such a cool, I get why they did that, to kind of show off one of the new features. And boy, this shows you the size of that cedar really well. All right. Nope. We want to do this. No, not the flashlight. I don't want the flashlight. There we go. And it got 90% dirty. Not bad. Find all those spots that need cleaned. Yeah, you can just hold it on it. You don't even have to move around, but it is nice to be able to move it around. They're done over here. I think we will, it is still lowered. Nice. We will just do this little spot that they missed. Very good. Oh, and the other corner too. You're gonna miss all the corners. I think we're just gonna cruise with this until we get to the other field and then take a sharp left to do the end rows. But boy, I love a rolled field. It's looking great. Still no stones. I don't understand why we don't have stones. It's interesting. A little spot here that's texture's a little different. Must have missed some tillage there or something. But heading on to this field. Get it nice and rolled, and this should really help increase that yield bonus. Maximize our profits, maximize our yield. And another job complete on the Baker's Man farm. Very, very nice. Nicely rolled 2 fields. We'll have to lease this again in the spring. If we don't have enough money to buy it, we'll see. I think it's something I definitely want to get on this farm as a regular piece of equipment, though. Leasing it doesn't seem to hurt us too bad. Let's go in the vehicles here, grab the roller, and return it. All right, I do want to skip time. Well, we're going to jump to October real quick and just kind of see how it's looking out there. Did it take care of the weeds? Let's validate. Okay. Production costs were 130, property was 143. Got a nice crop in here, got some wheat growing and weeds. All right, so that confirms that does not do what we wanted it to do. Yeah, okay. Well, we won't be doing it that way. So next episode, we will be spraying this for weeds, as well as getting the tillage going on this field as well. But that's kind of disappointing. I would have leased a weeder, and apparently we did miss planting there, or cultivated over it maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Today we're gonna get through a little bit of the winter, move on to where we can plant our oats in this field, but I wanted to get it cultivated. We also need to treat the 2 fields that we've recently planted for spraying the weeds. And right now we do have a contract going on field number 94, doing some cultivating for us. It's gonna bring in about $7,000 after borrowing the equipment and paying the worker to get the job done for us. But we are using the John Deere right now, get this cultivation going. And then we will lease something to probably spray the weeds, I think is the route I'm going to go this time. We do have some herbicide, so I think we will go ahead and take advantage of that. But 10% done on that contract. I figured while we do this work here, we might as well have a worker making us extra cash. So let's go ahead and get rolling with this, get this cultivation done, and then we'll get to treating those weeds. Haven't bought FS25 yet? You can use the partner code FSSWU. You can find a link in the description. Your support goes a long ways at helping out this channel. You know, I made this mistake enough times. We need to use the right tractor for the right job, and this one is not. And let's not run over too many people, but let's go ahead and drop the cultivator off. The bakery's getting a little low on flour, so we need to move those around as well. Let's go ahead and drop that there. We'll get on the Challenger in just a second, but we need to cruise on over, grab some of that flour, and move it over to the bakery. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit and lower there. Should be good. Yeah, it should just be 1 right now. Actually, let's take 2 right now. Might as well. We know we're going to go through it. Drop it down. Back out. Look at that. Getting the hang of it. Having the ground flat really seems to be the key, though. And we'll do that. Just tilt it just a hair. That should make it secure to take over there. We're going to back up real slow-like and barely turn. And then we should be able to straighten out here. Get up the hill. Hold on to that flour. Watch where we're going. We can't see. We're going to also get a shed soon that we're going to put the bread in, I think. Right next to there. Almost right where the bread is now. I think having a shed backed up to it would be real nice. But we would probably need to flatten some ground to do that. So here we go. That one dropped in real nice. Just get this one off the forks. And we're good. Also notice fuel's getting low on both of our vehicles, both of our tractors, and probably the harvester at this point. So we're gonna have to take care of that soon, but we should be able to just create the same exact field here, or configuration, I should say, and be on our merry way. And this should be a lot quicker with a little bit more power we have in the Challenger. And we'll probably, when we have money, eventually upgrade this to the most horsepower it can have, or we'll get rid of it for a red tractor. And finishing up with the cultivation. It'll be nice to take a break from this for a little bit. I feel like I've been doing the same thing on these fields just non-stop. I'd really like to get more fields just to mix it up a little bit. So there'll be a little speck that we'll have to go across to get just to make sure we get the whole field cultivated. You can kind of see it already where we messed up. I'll probably just back up and go to that instead of going across. I think that'll probably be easier. That done, and then we will back up strategically here. Get the cultivator to move over too, please. Try not to go too fast, but that should do it right there. Let's go ahead and lower and just drive right through. Good enough for me. And it looks like we're 85% done with the contract, so the timing is working out pretty decent. Let's go ahead and sneak up here and spray down the cultivator, though. And then we'll jump into the store after that. We will take a look at sprayers that we can use. And I believe we have herbicide. I thought we did. Yeah, we have herbicide over there, so we won't have to buy product. We just need to rent the equipment. And we'll get that done. All right, let's talk to them, see what they got for us to lease. Wish they would give us like a close to the store discount. So yield improvement, sprayers. We're gonna go ahead with the cheap one. It is the cheapest one and it does the job beyond good enough. Yeah, 95% done. Let's go ahead and take a look at them. Yeah, cruising. Taking a look at the contract, they're 96% done. About to finish this field on this pass, so that'll be real nice. We will go ahead and continue what we're doing. I just wanted to kind of show what was going on over there. Once it hits 100%, we'll just collect it and move on with our day and run into the herbicide. Spraying the weeds down now, and I haven't seen the comments from last episode if I did something wrong with the roller or if it was just the wrong one. Really interested in comments on that. But we'll treat it this way moving forward. And I think, well, I was going to spray the field today to the left, but that wouldn't make sense because we haven't planted yet. So we'll do the 2 fields and return this, and we'll have to rent it again in the spring. Done with the weeds, and we're done with the contract as well. So once we empty this, we're actually going to try to combine the other pallet of herbicide with this one, and then we'll return the sprayer after we unload it. But that should consolidate what we have stored here. Hopefully it takes all of it, so we can do that this time. Let's go ahead and see. It did. All right, we'll unload. Perfect. How often does that happen for us? And we'll go in here to vehicles and find the sprayer right there. Return it, head over to contracts, and collect just under $7,000. We are now sitting at $25,000. Let's see how these eggs are doing. We have a massive 385 eggs. And then if we look at the time saving stock, it's November when those are good. Okay. Wheat is pretty decent price right now, but I don't think we're gonna do that. So we know we have enough goods in the bakery to go ahead and sleep. I think it's gonna be time to move through it a little bit quicker right now. Now we have 468 eggs and they're on their way down. So I think what we'll do is we'll grab the trailer. We will reconfigure that because we're gonna need it for flour and bread soon anyways, and load those eggs, get them sold. A little bit of extra cash, we might as well this year instead of waiting until next November. But first step's gonna be making this flat. And man, it is foggy. It feels like fall. Love how close we are to the shop. All right, let's go customize this. And we will just do that. And I'm gonna stick with this color for a little bit. We'll mix it up later, but I'm still digging in the burnt orange. It's almost more like copper actually. The shiny texture on it. It looks great though. All right, let's put this, somewhere like right here should be fine. And sneak up to these eggs here. We'll just put them on the trailer and drive onto the sales location. I'm not sure where that is. We'll have to double check here, but should be good to just drop this down and release. Not too bad. We'll get those strapped in as well. And I wanted to double check on the prices. When they're gonna peak for the bread is January. I couldn't remember. So the next step's gonna be January for the bread and the flour. And right now you can see we're pushing $100,000 when all is said and done, hopefully in a couple months. Oh, we still didn't see where the eggs are going. Farmer's market. And the eggs are one of those things that I wish would fluctuate a little less because, oh, that's not our turn. I don't feel like it's something that we should be holding on to forever before we sell it. It's just kind of strange that you'd keep eggs for a whole year. I don't think that's the intended feature or intended practice, but I think that's what happens because we like to min-max prices. But it would be nice, I don't think egg prices fluctuate that much in real life, but maybe I'm wrong and just don't pay attention. And here we are at the farmer's market, the old school FS22 farmer's market. I don't know if that building was in any other FS games. They don't want them there. I knew better. They want them here. Yeah, 2,000 bucks. We're at 26,000 now. Probably spent a little bit of time preloading some flour on here and moving a couple flour pallets over to the bakery and get to the point where we can just get them sold in January and then get to the point where we can plant the oats. It is January, prices are pretty good, and we are really close to running out of feed for the chickens, so we need to get all this stuff sold so we can reconfigure this to get some more over to them. And it looks like we're heading to the supermarket this year. 16,000 here, and then we'll see what's left. We'll have to do another load. Oh, we saved it. We saved it. Woo. It is a little bit top heavy there. Yep. Interesting way to load, but I think we're going to do them all the sideways direction, like the back 3 are moving forward, because the front 2 just kind of used up too much space, and we need a bigger trailer. Absolutely. We have arrived, so we'll see what 16,000 gives us. It's always the exciting times of these playthroughs. Oh, just about 40 grand right there. Let's go load up some more. Maybe we'll do the bread next, because I'm interested to see what the bread's going to bring us in. Yeah, let's do that next. Only 7,000 bread. I'm a little disappointed with that, and we did skip a little bit of time to get the 7th one, so I don't think this is even really barely, maybe, will pay for the production itself. Actually, this will tell us right here. Yeah, it's just barely going to pay for the production the first year through, so that's actually not too bad, meaning everything moving forward from the bakery is profit. So looking at it that way, it feels pretty good. This is going to put us really close to that $100,000 mark right now, with a good amount of things still left to sell. And yeah, 39,000, so we're at 105,000 with a ton of flour left. Let's go get all the flour loaded up. Then we're gonna switch this out, sell all the wheat, and feed the chickens. And then we got some decisions to make. It's getting super close. It's time to expand. And one last pallet to load on here. Just throw it anywhere since it's the last one. And let's hop out now. Let's see, just in case, whoops, it would make sense to wait a little bit. Nah, we're at 483. All right, let's head back to the supermarket. 9,000 more dollars. Well, not dollars, but 9,000 more flour. Should be a lot more than $9,000. And here we are. Cruise on in. Get them sold. 21,000 more. Grand total, 127. Alrighty. Let's get back. We need to get to, oh, we got to go over the creek here. I thought there was a road here. We need to get back to the dealership and get this reconfigured, because we do have about, I think it's going to be $10,000 worth of wheat that we want to get sold this month. And then we can get those chickens fed so we can get to the spring. What do we think of that? Some pretty colors. I like it with the yellow too. Yeah, I'm gonna go overboard with this custom color stuff. And let's get the wheat loaded in here. And I wanna move, while I'm thinking about it, I do wanna move this. And while we have these nice, oh no, okay, I thought the game froze. While we have some of these lines in here, I want to go ahead and make a little bit of a road. Animal mud, let's go with just dirt. And I'm going to just kind of follow our path here, make it look natural. And I know we do come over this way a little bit. So I just want to kind of make it look like it's starting to get worn out from us driving through here. Trying not to completely touch the lines, but it is happening. Is that as small as it gets? It is. So let's do that, and then we'll go back to the dirt. We'll go a little wider with it, and then we'll go into meadow. I'm gonna go with the short stuff, and it's not showing up. There we go. Let's do the medium stuff, just to kind of fill it back in here. And I think that looks pretty good. Let's. Oh my goodness, what's going on with my view? There we go. Yeah, not bad. I think if it came all the way, yeah, a little bit more I want to do here. And it seems to be like there's hard lines of when it starts editing. It's interesting. It is interesting this time around, but I think that's much better. All right, the wheat's filled up. Let's see where this is going. To a grain mill, apparently. That is, oh, we know where that is. And I think we're gonna hold on to the little bit that we have. We have about 1,000 liters. And I think I will, just to be safe, for chicken feed. If there's anything that we absolutely need to buy, we could spend the money then. Worst case scenario. This color might stay as long as we have this trailer. I really like it. I think that looks slick. Little baby blue going on there. A little aqua, I guess. I don't know exactly what color that is. But this should be the last thing that we have to sell. We'll double check the time-saving stock to see if there's anything we're forgetting about. It's going to push us close to the 135. In our balance, and it got us there. How do I get out of here? All right, double checking here. Yeah, just a little bread, not enough to sell. Same with flour. We could sell a little barley and wheat, but let's go ahead and get those chickens fed before I forget about it, because I did again. And we will go with the barley. For the time being, we'll probably run over our chickens and then leave this here. It's not going to take all of it. It's only going to take a little bit, actually. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, I'm going to look at some prices of land and kind of get an idea. I know land's pretty pricey here. We do have a grass field here that we could buy. Let's visit this. Is there somewhere decent on this plot of land? Let's look at it that way. If I go to field, there's a little bit. So I want to head this way and see where it ends. So I want to put a cow enclosure. So I think we got up to about right here. So what if we jumped in the sky and see? It might just tell us we can't because we don't own the land. But let's rotate the camera a little too far there. And let's go into animals, cows, and I do want one that can give us milk. So these are pricey. Oh no. So we'd have to turn it this way to fit and take out some of the field if we did this piece of land. That's not bad right there. We would lose some of the grass. And like if it let us put that there, I wouldn't hate that. 170. So, but I don't want to buy this land if we don't know if it'll fit. 50% fertilized, needs lime. So the first cut's not going to be great. So let's see what else we have for grassland. We pop in here. I don't know why some of these are oh, because all these fields might not have anything in them. Is that it, huh? They plowed over all of the other ones. So I know there's one over here and one, I think 30 was grass at one point, and it looks like they did plow over it. What's this one over here? That's a crop. Okay, so that would be the only option to get some land that was already grass. So the idea that I kind of have is if we could at least enough equipment to do silage once or twice here, would that fund the pen? Now let's look at these productions again, or these again. This one, I don't know if this gives us milk. I wish this would show the output. Therefore, okay, so I could read. Attention, this is a breeding barn, therefore milk production is not possible. Same thing with that. This one says this is a breeding bar. What the heck? So 245 is the cheapest to get cattle going and get milk. So that's going to be a big investment. So we might, yeah, it's going to be very similar to what we did in Riverbend Springs, but we might be buying this, leasing the equipment initially to be able to make silage, and then buying the equipment to make silage, and then buying the pen. It's like, oh boy, let's head home. And yeah, I want to think it over for a little bit. I think we've done enough thinking. We're going to hold off on that. That's going to be later on. That's definitely going to happen. But I want to see the other thing we still are going to need. Well, we're going to need sugar, but we're going to need some greenhouses. And I want to see what we can fit right here, greenhouse-wise. And I only want to do the big boys. So where is the spawning side? Why doesn't that show up? Like, it would be nice to know in this view where the pallets spawn. And why can't I see it? So you can see the height different. If we put it here, it ruins our road. It ruined the road. Okay, so now we see where it is. We're still in the menu, so we should be able to sell it for the same amount. And we'll grab another one, and we're going to put it about right here. And we're going to fix the road. And then we're going to do a second one right about here. And now I have to fix this stuff because I want it to look better than that. That's terrible. Shouldn't be too bad to fix that though. And this one looks okay except for this little spot here. So I think I'm good with that. Do that like there. Should be nice and flat. And then this area kind of raised up. So don't think, yeah, I think we're going to want to smooth that out. Yeah, we'll force that down just a little bit to make it look a little bit better as much as it'll let us. Speaking of lettuce, and then this one looks pretty good. We got a little raised hill here, but I don't think there's much we can do about that. And do we want this to stay concrete? Yeah, I'm gonna do this up a little bit. Be right back. We'll see how this looks in the spring, but yeah, this is pretty bad still. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Much better. Much better. Okay, so still $62,000, and we could keep it in our name, but we're gonna need something to fill up water. We do know that. And we're gonna go ahead and hop in here and go a little bigger than we did in my previous series. We're gonna go 25,000 for this. Make it a lot easier to get this done. And we'll go find a spot to fill this up. I don't know, guys. So one thing I was thinking was we only want to produce the goods that we're gonna turn into cake, but maybe it makes sense to do lettuce for a while just to kind of help produce some money a lot quicker. Maybe that's the play. And I don't know. So I'm glad this connects because I was a little worried about that. I know there's some issues with these when the game first launched, but it looks like it is working. And we are going to utilize this little area here to fill it up, and we'll get those greenhouses going. But hopping in here, I think what I am going to do is lettuce for a while, and then, I don't know, but we could role play that we just need to do strawberries so we can get good at growing strawberries. Yeah, I think we do that way. We'll keep it true. Keep it true to the Baker's Man playthrough. But 8,000 per trip should be good. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe this works for, does it? Let's check. I was gonna say it works for milk as well, so it'd be something we could use later on. But it does. Perfect. This probably won't stay this color. I just kind of wanted it for a little while. I thought that was kind of neat to throw the random colors out there, but we're gonna go ahead and fill up the greenhouses. I'm gonna do, I think, just one tank per greenhouse for now. It is kind of close to the field, but I think we'll be able to sneak in there, and I eventually want to get, you know, a piece of equipment that would help us. Probably a forklift would be nice in this area to move pallets around. With the rest of the money, I think we're gonna put a shed down. It's, I think what my plan is. But let's take a look at capacity. These are 40,000. I don't believe we're gonna need that much. If we go to lettuce, we're gonna do, is that 8,000 a month? Wow. Okay, so yeah, we'll do a couple trips and get this full. Okay, a couple trips now. We got strawberries activated in both of these. They, yeah, we did 3 trips each, so 24,000 each. And let's go ahead, before we get back to farming, I want to see if there's a decent sized shed that we can fit right here, but something that's not too expensive. And looks like it would fit in the area. That's too big. That's too small. Looking for something that's just right. That I used in a different series. Let's see. What about this one? That's pretty large. We could get rid of that tree and potentially put it there. $1,000. Those are cheap. Under silos. Constructibles. We don't want to do that. We need more sheds. Need more sheds. I don't see anything. I mean, that's small enough, but we can't afford it. 24,000, but it's huge. 10,000's pretty big. This is the go-to one of FS22 for me. Tempting though. Tempting though. We did eat up a little bit of our space here, so we could sneak one close to here, but I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of slope there. What about right here? I think we're gonna hold off on that. I'm gonna think through that a little bit. I think this might be what we do in this farmyard area, because we're gonna buy a different area for our productions long term that isn't right here. And why is this? Oats ran out. Okay, so it just slowed down. Let's go on oats. Let's deactivate that so it doesn't cost us any money. And it's time to move on. Let's check on the chickens. I'm pretty sure they have plenty of food. Yeah, time to move on. I don't think there's a $37,000 field out there, but there's nothing wrong with keeping money. A little snow in February. Do we have enough flour? Oh, we need to move some flour. Okay, that will be the main thing we do here. We're gonna move both of these pallets over, and I think before we plant that field in April, we're going to maintain everything, see if we have enough money for that. I think that would be wise. Let's go ahead and lift this up, and we should be able to use our new-ish path. It's kind of a path. Looking good. It's feeling a little more complete around here. But we don't want this to stop producing, so we got to get flour over here. There we go. And I'm gonna cruise around this way so we can see if we got some strawberries yet. I think with this greenhouse being the large one, yeah, we got 2 overnight, and it was pretty late in the day. Okay, I know strawberries aren't the most, profitable greenhouse crop, but that should be pretty good. Be interesting when we skip to February or to March here, see how many goods are over there. And when do they sell best? Their best price is February. We got a little bit. We got $9,000 worth already. So instead of maintenance, I think I'm gonna look at trailers because we are due for something to move more than, 16 pallets at a time. This would be a good spot to stop and jump into the store now. Let that momentum take us. Let's go ahead and try to get the brakes to work here. There we go. Where do they live? I've only bought one. I've only bought one so far. I don't see them. 17,000. This one doesn't look bad. And it also comes with some bale auto loading that we might use later on. We'll see about that. Oh, 3 now. Yeah, 6. So what is that money wise? Yeah, about 9,200 bucks. That's definitely worth it to get that money now. I know it costs us more to buy the trailer than it would be for money we're getting, but this thing's gonna get used a lot. Hopefully it has straps. It doesn't have straps? How do you strap in bales? Okay, we're selling this. Good try, modders. Auto loading would be cool on here, but if you don't have bales to do it for straps, I can't do it. And we just lost a little bit of money from that. I'm just gonna deal with that. We're gonna come in here, go to this flatbed one, we'll buy the $20,000 one, and we will not put the extensions on it. And until we get a little forklift, I think we're gonna have to drive up like this and sneak the pallets this way, which isn't too bad, because then we could just sneak on over to the next one and do this. Lower it on there, take 2 at a time. I'm not brave enough to try 3, and then we'll cruise on over to where I put the trailer. Though it probably makes sense to loop around, like so, just like that. And away we go. I believe we're going to the supermarket. There are 6,000 strawberries, so these are only 500 per pallet that spawns, so not as much as I thought it was, but that's okay. It's still, we're getting 1,500 per 1,000, so about $750 per pallet. All right, here we are. Yep, $9,100 puts us back to 24,000. Let's get home. It's gonna be time to speed up and get to planting our oats. And we've bought some seed just to prep. We'll switch it to oats so we don't forget later and fill it up. We'll come and get this pallet later on as well, just to make sure we don't leave it here. Oh, we'll hold all of it. That's right. Oh, just not enough. That's crazy. All right, let's go sleep. Fireplace going in there, don't they? Got both of them going. Smoke coming out the chimney. Beautiful. It is March. We have some rain coming. Man, all kinds of deals on these. Ooh. No money though. No money though. All right, let's go ahead and get this all prepped and do our planting session of today's episode. Oats are ready to go. Oh, did we activate it? Did we activate it? We didn't. We did not. Now we're ready. We're locked in. We're activated. We're looking good. Let's get this field planted. The last one for year 3. Oh, what is happening? Why? Why, game? Why? Why is it doing that? Oh. 25 minutes into our day, and all of a sudden, snow is just going to show up. There's been no snow, but this is getting silly. I mean, let's see if it'll disappear. It took a second last time this happened. And it's just Oh, okay, there we go. I was gonna say, it is unfortunate because we're in the middle of a session. There we go. All right, we're back at it. If the snow shows up like it did for us, you just leave the game and come back. All right, just the headlands to do now. I think I'm gonna do the furthest one in first, but I think most of it's covered. There might just be a small spot that we have to get. And then we'll do that on the bottom of the field as well. Oh, there's a little bit to our left that we're gonna have to get there that we missed apparently. So gotta avoid driving in the planted fields. Let's see if I can find that spot. That's weird. I feel like we did plant there, but just in case, we'll go ahead and lower. Yeah, all of that. Well, we went over it twice, so that should be good. And I think we'll just do the rest of them. And I'll see you when I'm done. All right, I think we're all good now, and I think I do want to do some maintenance. So we're gonna go over and see what the cost is here. It's not too bad right now on the Challenger, but we haven't done the seeder in a while. I know the John Deere needs it, so we'll grab the John Deere next and do that. But then we're gonna rent a weeder and have the John Deere do that work. Yeah, let's do that first so that I can do the rest of the maintenance while we were waiting for that. And while we have money, well, let's drive this way because we're gonna go to the gas station first. The diesel station. We got 4 here, so that's 2,000, 4,000 strawberries. Oh, there's another spot we need to fix on our road. And I believe we can take this path to get to the gas station, the fuel station. And I believe this is our first time buying diesel on this playthrough. See how much this is going to cost us. 153. That's not terrible. All right. See how much damage this is going to cause us. And we're going to repair everything. 49 bucks here, $11 there, and 2,400. All right. Didn't get the dirt off, so we'll have to wash that too. But let's go ahead and lease the weeder real quick. Man, we could afford that, but I don't think I want to purchase it quite yet. Got a lot of maintenance to do, so I want to make sure we get that taken care of first. And let's grab these seeds while we're at it too. All right, there's that pallet. We'll just tip it up like that. 12 liters left. It's hilarious. And I'm going to risk it. I'm going to let them do the job with it on there. And they are in the field now. So just hold down H, hit OK, tap H, and let them go. We are going to bring the Massey Ferguson over as well for maintenance. Maybe the cultivator I think's fine, but let's check these two. Let's see how the seeder is. Now I don't know if you lose money on the incremental increases of only 1,500, not bad, of upgrading. 1,100 on that though. So if we go in here and customize, if we just go 1 upgrade to get us to 180, yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Now, when we come back in here, no, you don't get a discount. That's kind of lame. I guess that makes sense. You're actually changing out the engine there for one with more horsepower, getting some upgrades. All right, we'll place that there, and then we're gonna, what happened? What's your major malfunction? Oh, you think you're blocked by that? That's hilarious. Okie dokie. Oh man, that's, I don't know if I've seen anything like that. Blocked by an object that was on your forks. All right, there they go. Come over here and just top off the chickens. Took just a little bit there. We have leased the roller again. I have no idea if we're gonna actually get our money's worth out of this lease. It was about $2,300 and it just doesn't seem like that beneficial when we only have 1 field to do. So I do think it's something that I want to look into purchasing soon so we don't have to lease anymore. We'll keep an eye on it for the used market. $46,000 I believe is what it was. So it's not overbearing financially, but just doesn't seem like it would be a priority. I just don't know if it's really that beneficial to get 3% yield bonus. So we're gonna get this rolling done, then we're gonna move through time, definitely get to the harvest in today's episode. Let's get going. You know, thinking through this a little bit more, if there's ever a crop that we really did want to improve the yield on, it would probably be our oats. So doing the rolling here, I definitely think it's gonna be beneficial. Definitely. Got it done though. We'll get this returned. We'll check on the greenhouses, we'll check on the chickens, make sure the productions have everything they need, and then we'll move on, at least to April. That's cleaned already. Was this cleaned? Nope. Oh, we went too far. We went too far. Get over here. We got to move you a little bit. That should do it. Spray down the Challenger. The John Deere probably needs a little bit of a wash too. We had 31% on this. Not too bad. That front grill all cleaned. And then we'll head over to the cedar, get its 80 or 56% dirt taken care of. There's the spot right there. Right there, it'll drop real quick. Okay, looking at the bakery, we have 1,000 flour, so we could use a little bit there. And then the greenhouses are good with water for now, and chickens are good with feed. So let's just move one thing of flour, and the strawberries are piling up. It's not going to be until February again when we get to sell those, so we should have a ton, a metric ton. Is that a, I think that's what one of my bosses says. And the flour attached to the forks, take it on over there. Yeah, still some terrain to fix, but I'm really digging this area. I like the natural look too, where we went kind of budget, but I think I am gonna get rid of the sand in the farmyard or by the house. What's the malfunction? We tilt it like that. Drop it down, it's just the height difference. There we go. And we didn't get our shed for our bread yet, but we will eventually find a spot for that. All right, let's head home and make it April. See if there's any contracts. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to evaluate this area right now. This little sand pit. I kind of want it to be whatever that texture is. Those shouldn't be in the way too much. This stuff would be in the way, so just for time's sakes, we're going to use and abuse super strength. And anyone who's playing on PC that doesn't do this, more power to you. Okay, let's hop right here. And I do have a terraform and paint for free. I just find it to be something that I want in my series and not necessarily something I want to pay for, because I want to make awesome looking series. Awesome looking farms. I think we want to go with this. Yeah. And so we'll find out here momentarily if this does get rid of the problem with it. It looks like it does, because the texture is going away from the sand. So it's just like we got brand new gravel dropped in to help with the traction of the tractor around the farm. That's what I'm going with. And we'll leave a couple of the spots just to make it look a little more natural, but that's nice. Looking good, Walter. What do you think? Making some improvements for you? Yeah, I thought so. Good old Walter. All right, let's see what we got here. If there's anything that blows me away, we'll do it, but I just think I'd rather focus on our farm. I really would. Time-saving stock, let's just double check. Nothing is anytime soon. Got all that in March, February for strawberries, January for the wheat, January for the bread. Time to keep progressing. It's nice to see this jump up to 78,000 that quick. So we have $12,000 in bread, 13,000 in flour right now. And did we go too far? The bakery, almost. All right, I'm gonna move probably like 2 or 3 pallets this time. That was close. All right, there's our first time driving in here. Yeah, a little bit of tire wear, but we're not sinking anymore. That's nice. That's a good upgrade. It was fun to kind of live with that for a little bit as a new feature, but I don't think I want to, drive around like that and just damage the ground all the time. Now, is there something about this version of the game where things won't spawn if we're right here? Back up just a hair. Like that. You can see the forks are free right there, so we can, make a liar out of me. The ground must have changed a little bit there. Yeah, it's because we're going lower. Not completely flat where the back tires are. You'll see it'll go closer to the ground. Yep. All right. I see our issue. That might be tilted a little too much. Not bad. We'll get over here before they run out. Oh yeah, you can see these paths real good now that it's spring, almost summer. Looking great. There's the one and the other one. And that should be good for a couple months. And I think I want to top off the chickens, check the water on the greenhouses, and then probably get to June, because I believe we're going to see that dark color in the northmost field. Yes, we do. Lots of hail damage, too. And topping off the chickens. Perfect. And we'll take a look at the greenhouses this way. Yeah, we can get through one more month without worrying about that. The field looks ready. Maintenance looks great on this as well, so we did that not too long ago. Let's head up there. We'll get to do the big boy first this time around. I'll take this route. All kinds of strawberries building up, all types of bread and flour. This should be the year, I think, that gets us to get to the point where I want to expand and buy that grass field. If it's still grass by then, that will be very nice. This one's pretty easy to do without worrying about headlands, and it makes it real easy to pick up the straw. So I am gonna loop around here and just go straight up the field. Can we select it just on the outside? We can. Okay. Lower it, activate, get locked into place. Make sure the straw is dropping. It is. Get our barley going here first. Be nice to see, you know, about 2,500 when we get to the end, but we'll find out. Let's look at these deals too. I just saw the notification. Okay, what's happening here? 195 horsepower. Let's remember what we just did with that upgrade. 180. We might take out a loan to buy this. We're going to. We're going to do that right now, before that goes away. Before we lose the opportunity to. So let's go ahead and borrow a little more than 60. We'll go right there. And then back into the store. And... oh, the twine. The twine. We need some twine. Okay. Yep. We'll buy as is. Oh, good night. We're buying that too. Okay, we won't use that anytime soon, but we have it now. I think that was a well-spent amount of money. You know, looking at our time-saving stock, it's $95,000. It's going up big time every year. We have $51,000 worth of strawberries. Holy crap. And it's only June, and we have till February for that to build up, and the difference is, it's decent. We could sell now if we really wanted to. So 3,000 liters at the end of this row. So that means we're gonna get around not even 2 passes. This is gonna be a pretty good harvest. That rolling might have really pumped us up a little bit there. Couple areas with the crop damage, or the hail damage, but not too bad. Forecast is looking pretty clear right now for the entire day, so we got the harvest to finish today. We'll be able to bale these up and decide what to do with them. We're getting super close to wanting to hold on to them for when we get cattle, but I don't think it would be quite wise to do that yet. Welcome to the Stockpile. Our community server is now powered by Pocket Host for a smoother gameplay experience. Join us, and if you want your own server, check out my link below. I'm so hesitant to put workers on harvest just because I'm not a huge fan of the routes they take and the lack of configuration. So like if this one I could configure to have no headlands on a worker, I would totally do it. I don't understand that decision to not do headlands at all, or to not be allowed to deactivate headlands and configure it to just do ups and downs on a field like this. I guess you got your neighbor's field you might run into, but it doesn't make sense to me. But that's the reason why I've been doing all of the harvesting myself so far. And these fields aren't too big. It would be nice to run cart like I normally do and also start baling. So I might just do the headlands and then switch to a worker to finish the harvest so I could get started on the baling. Maybe we'll do that. And the harvester is full, and this time, no spare capacity. Did it automatically feed them in the morning or something? Interesting. Okay, well, we already have barley in here, so no reason to go tip this other than it would save us a trip. I'm gonna loop around to the grain mill. Tip what's in here into the grain mill right now. Was really stressed about that grass equipment and when we were gonna be able to get that. So getting that one piece on the used market as a nice starter is really gonna help us out. And I'm hoping this is the last time we harvest and use this small trailer. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That unloaded, and what we will do is finish this headland, do the end rows, probably go back to the top, do the end rows so they can just finish the inside, and then we'll switch off. Oh, of course, they're blocked by an object. It seems like the baler's working pretty good. I don't understand why they weren't able to turn around there. Like, what's the point of doing the headlands if you still need to leave the yard there? But we'll work our way up there. Let's just go ahead and fix it. Like, just figure it out, man. Figure it out. And then you're not gonna make it. All right, let's go ahead and unload them. And we can let them finish off the harvest. At that point, they will be able to finish. The last 2 passes there, and we'll get going with the baling. We're about to find out for sure if we have enough power. We are almost out of fuel in the Challenger, so I think if I get up the hill successfully, I'm going to drop the baler, head to the diesel station, and get that full. But pretty good harvest. This is our 3rd load already, and we're gonna get about, what, 70% more? So, pretty good stuff. All right, here we go. Left it running, even though it was low on fuel, and it seems okay. We're not to the big climb yet, but power seems okay. Yeah, drop down to 6 miles an hour at its lowest speed, back up to 8 now. I think we can do it. I think it's fine. Probably need some maintenance on the baler is what we're looking at right now. So we'll go ahead and stop right there and head to the station real quick, the fuel station, to get some diesel and get back to baling the straw. Challenger does hold a lot more fuel than the John Deere. I do remember that from the other playthrough. So that's why it took so long to lose or to need fuel in it compared to the John Deere too. Yeah, this is gonna be like, what, 600 bucks? Yeah, 621. Rough. And as we're getting back, they are finishing the harvest. We missed. How many times do you hear me say that? We missed. Let's get that attached. Shut it off for now, but this is gonna go straight over to the silo, and we're gonna have what's in the John Deere as well to put in the silo. So we got a good amount of leftover barley. I think around almost 8,000 liters, maybe a little bit more. We'll take it. Oh, I was hoping to get over there while it was still unloading, but look at the size difference. It's so good. You can actually tell how different the sizes of things are. Didn't get too dirty out there. Nice, nice, nice. And you're gonna get used, oh no, bringing the pressure washer with us. Gonna use next month, we'll leave you there. Might as well bring this in, get it out of the way of the Challenger, and we could finish baling, or we could move to July and start multitasking. I'm not sure how I want to go about that. Let me ask this guy. What do you think? You think we should multitask? Yeah, both the fields are going to be ready to harvest in July. I think we get the straw done on this one, so we're not too overwhelmed in July. We'll put the John Deere right here for now, and we'll get back to going. Looks like we are already lowered. Just need to activate it. And I believe we have 3 bales done, but only 1 is dropped out so far. The counter shows 1 because I believe it only will update when they actually fall off the baler, but there should be 1 that's 2 that are full in there right now as this one's getting ready to plop out. So there shouldn't be too many bales to move around because we did do the 240 centimeter ones, the biggest ones we could do with this square baler. Let's get it done. So I had to see in cab, my steering wheel is twitching like this. I'm trying to hold it straight and it keeps pulling itself back. I wanted to see if in cab it was doing the same thing. It is, but it feels realistic because steering wheels do that. They do that. They do that. And it looks like 10 bales so far is what we're gonna get. Not bad for this field. They're 9,000 liters each, so that's 90,000 liters of straw here, plus the 5,600 that we're looking at in this one right now. Almost 7,000. Go ahead and stop here, raise it, shut it off, unload those ones. And yeah, so we look at the counter now. Yep, 10 bales. Not too bad. Loving this new baler. Got the same brand in both series, but at least we got a square baler this time. Those won't be too bad to pick up. If the John Deere can handle it, we might have to buy a rear weight again. But let's make sure we're keeping care of these things, especially the pressure washer. What happened here? It's a maniac driving around. Oh, back up, back up. Come on. Turn, turn, turn. That's a good spot right there. 33% dirt, get taken care of for next month, and only 15 over here. Not too bad. We did just spray that, so makes sense. Okay, we got a little collection of It's kind of nice. I love our stuff. Okay, let's look at our productions and our animals. Bakery is low again. Yep, same song and dance. Plenty of barley. We are just about out of wheat. We'll get oats going next month, so that'll be good. Gonna do 2 things of flour again, and then we need to check the water on the greenhouses too, and the capacity. We want to make sure we don't need to move those strawberries yet. Really hoping to get the straw all taken care of before we have to move the strawberries. So let's take a look. Yeah, they can hold 28 pallets each. Not bad. Okay, like back up. Tilt a little bit. Just gotta flatten this ground out a little bit better, I think. Yeah, I think just flattening it a little bit more, not having it slope as much, would take care of the problems I'm having with the front loader. And flour. Oh, come on. You're getting stuck, buddy. Getting stuck. Not close enough. Get over there. All right. Go ahead and check on the water of the greenhouses. And then after that, we'll be making it July so we can do those other 2 harvests. And I'm just realizing we never got the time rolling. I'm going to get these completely full and then we're going to move to July. So I did want to look at the straw here. 90,000. We're losing $3,000 if we sell it right now. Okay, not a bad used deal here. All those upgrades though, it says 85,000, but then there's a bunch of upgrades involved. So that's the only thing. We got rain coming at noon. We got to get going. We got 4 hours to get these 2 harvests done before the rain gets here. That would really interrupt our day. Let's see, I'll go up this way. We're gonna do the oats first. So I want to get that production back up and running. So we're gonna give it a shot here. We are doing a harvest, so I do want to do the headlands first. So let's see, we grab this. That is the right field. We'll go headlands first. Give it to them. Let them get going. And we're gonna start doing the baling right away. So they're gonna get started. We can go right behind them. And they should give us the 50, or we should be able to pay attention to the harvester and see the beacon turn on when they get about 80% full. And then we can switch over to the John Deere, do it like that. Get this really done, really efficiently. There we go.
You glance your everlasting light.
What is it doing? Strange way to program it, guys. That's so weird. Stayed in the field though. Bizarre. I guess you gotta let them like do the headlands before you start baling.
I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all to bad.
Forgot about this. Oh boy. I don't have words. Actually, I don't even know what they're gonna do with the headlands to know if I'm gonna be able to help unload them next. Because they'll be on the inside with the auger. How's their capacity looking? 34%. We're fine. Oats just don't yield very good. Let's shut that off for now. We'll continue on with this. And just stay out of the mean harvester's way. Start doing their backing up BS already over there. Even though they still have more to do on that headland. Confused.
I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be. I want you all to bad. We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me and you will see. We are
Now I'm interested to see if we can get them to stop right here or if they'll keep going. Now, courseplay will stop at the end of the row. Will a regular worker do that? Nope. The answer is no. But, oh, it did. Look at that. The answer is yes. All right, we'll be able to get our oat production back going in the grain mill. And I think the rest of these oats are going to go in there as well. I don't think we're going to get enough to keep oats going year round, but we didn't have that last year either. So that'll be okay. And getting close to being empty over here. I think it's going to be about 7,000. Yeah, just under 7,000. All right, let's go drop that off. We can get back to baling. Multitasking's going pretty good. All right, while that's getting tipped in here, let's hop back into the grain mill. Click on oat flour and activate. Wheat's getting low, but that is coming in the next harvest. All right, shut this off, hop out the John Deere into the Challenger, and back at it. Harvester's finishing up. We are right behind them with the baling. Good process. Gonna stop right here though, and let's move this. We'll unload it and get it started directly on the wheat harvest so that we can let it get a head start, because that was the biggest issue. We'll be able to catch up easily. Just want to give them a head start with all their crazy turning and headland work that they're doing. We'll drop this 4,700 liters into the grain cart here. I mean, we're making it fine with this one. We don't really need to upgrade yet. Doesn't seem to be that the grain cart slows us down. There we go. And they are starting. So first we'll go dump this into the grain mill, and then we'll finish the baling, and we should be able to go straight to the wheat field and start baling. And we'll leave this somewhat close to the wheat field so we can hop in it when we need to. It's gonna bring our oats total just above 10,000, which is gonna give us 11,500, gonna give us capacity in the grain mill for about 7 months. All these freaking strawberries. Let's see what it says now. 65,000 worth, $149,000 worth of goods. Straw right now is looking like 24,000. We would lose 7,000. Yeah, that's tough. That is tough because we do need the money. So it'll be one of those things where we might need to sell the straw just to be able to fund the next planting season, prior to all the other things being good money to sell. All right, let's go ahead and unload these here so we can get a good count. It was 8 on this field, so that's 18 so far. Reset that again for this next field. Yeah, not too bad. And we are, losing money with the worker. Looks like 118 an hour right now. And we got time. We got another 2 hours before that rainstorm gets here, so we should be fine finishing this harvest. Let's go ahead and get that activated again. And that should be a decent head start. Hopefully we don't catch up too quickly. Basically 9 bales in that last field because that one just finished. And this baler's acting like it's leased. The twine has not decreased at all so far. So I don't know if the twine's just huge on these each roll, but I'll take it. Seems like a bug since it was bought used. I don't believe it's leased. Did we accidentally lease this thing? Let's find it here. No, I mean, we own it, so confusing. And we did catch up. And they should be stopping any second now. We did get the 80% full warning, but I was going to let them go until they were completely full, being that they're on the right side of the field. But they're not slowing down, making me nervous. Let's check. Wow, it's going to get there. We're going to go ahead and we'll stop them right here. Not too bad, 8,000 already. And we've been keeping up pretty good with the baler. I even was able to go see what the dogs were barking at. One of the neighbors got home. They didn't like that. Would be nice to just be able to park this here and then pick up, but we'll figure it all out. And away we go, and away they go. Looks like I did end a little early there, but that should be fine. And wheat should be still in process, so we got here just in time. There was just under 1,000 liters of wheat left over here. Let's double check that. Yeah, 982, so just in time. Starting to progress real nice on these playthroughs. Looking good. And like we did before, we'll go ahead and jump out the John Deere right here and get back to baling. And it looks like they might be full. No, they're not. They just have their beacons on for no reason. Or it's flashing on the screen. They're just turning around. They're just turning around. They got a couple more rows before they're full. But we've officially caught them. We're right on their tail. In their dust. In their dust. 80% full now. And we'll go ahead and unload them. And this should be the last one that we will send to the grain mill. This cycle. And here we go. It's only 7,000. I think that's going to be close to enough for a year. I think we'll be fine. We'll bring a little bit more from the silo if we need to. Now, looking at the time-saving stock with straw, we're now at a $10,000 difference. We got to hold off. We lost a lot of money by selling that right away. You know, 10,000 each. It's going to be closer to 12,000 probably when we get done, but 10,000 each harvest would have been $20,000 that we lost already. Extra money that could have gone towards a new field, new equipment, repairs, maintenance. I know in this game it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but in real life, that is no way you're going to throw away a $10,000 profit. It is 11:30 though, so 12 o'clock sneaking up on us. Hopefully that rain doesn't hit early. We got one more row to do. They should be fine, but fingers crossed. And done with the harvest, we'll dump this in the silo directly and stage it for cleaning. And feels good to move this fast. I know I keep saying that. I'm a broken record, but I'm loving this pace. I know we're gonna get to the point where we have too much to do to where we can't move through years this quick, but I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. We go unload in there, and if it would like automatically shut off when it's done, I would just go back to work, but we gotta wait. And we should have plenty of food for the chickens for the year. And looking at our counter, looks like we're gonna get 8 here again, if not 9. Not bad. Close to 30 for the total. All right, let's shut it off, unload those, both of them, get that partial bale as well. And that will give us a grand total of 27. I think the only thing that's left to do is move these bales. I am gonna save them like we were mentioning. No reason to sell them, even though we have 2,600 bucks. We'll put this near the cleaning area as well. Want to make sure that gets taken care of before fall. We gotta find a spot for these. Let's look at the calendar though, or look at this. So straw will be January. November will be eggs. We could use the little trailer. And then wheat. So we could just prioritize straw. So I think I am going to just put them on the trailer for now. And we'll sell straw first, and then we can sell the flour and bread later on in January. And it will be interesting to see how many of these we can fit. Zoom in a little bit more. Now, I don't know if I'm brave enough to do 2 at a time on these. I feel like they would just You gotta switch buttons, Chris. We'll give it a shot. I just don't think we're gonna have the weight to do it. I think we would need a rear weight. And I mean, it would help with stacking. Just back up just a hair. There we go. All right, let's see. We'll go high on right here. Yeah, that might do it. Seemed pretty secure. Just real slow on the turn. Yeah, a little too much acceleration there. All right, where are we at? We are way off. Great stacking job. Sneak up to this one. Oh, and it went flinging. It went flinging. Now, does that happen with bale spikes too, or is it just because we're using the pallet forks? I mean, I don't think you'd really want to do this in real life, right? I don't see why not, actually. That should sit right next to that one. Let's go ahead and strap those in, and just a couple more on this field. Probably should have moved the trailer. But we can do that after we grab these 2. And there's the rain. Not bad timing. All right, we'll bust this out and get it done. Now the question is, can we even stack these a 3rd row? Because if we can't, then we just need to move these out of the field for now. So I want to go as low as possible here. When I grab this bale, pick it up. I just don't think we're going to get the height. And if that's the case, like if we tip like this, oh, we do. Okay, let's get that over where it needs to be though. That will work. Yep. Let's get the rest of these done. There's another one. I'm impressed. Not by my stacking skills, but I'm impressed. Yep, we stacked them up here. 141,000 liters of straw. And what does it tell me that's worth? 66 grand? No, 35,000. So yeah, it's about $10,000 difference still. I think it's worth waiting until January. If we absolutely need the money, we can always just grab this trailer and sell them. Getting going today with some tillage. Need to get these fields all prepped to be able to replant in a few months. And at this point, we're kind of hoping that we can start expanding. We got a lot. You know, ooh, we didn't get far enough over there. Let's fix that. Oh, keep turning the wrong way. You doofus. That should handle it. That should not handle it. Oh my goodness, Chris. Okay, we're gonna loop around. and then we'll get back to the intro. But like I said, we're getting back to tillage here so we can plant these fields and flip them for another year. But I have a feeling this winter when we sell all the goods to the left over there, we got a lot of straw, we got a ton of strawberries. That's going to be kind of a pain to load up, and I'm glad we'll be able to load it. Well, yeah, we're regretting. We should have rotated them the other way, but we're regretting where the spawning zone is for those strawberries, but we'll get it done. We just got to be patient with picking them up so we don't damage too many crops, because we will probably have a field planted over there unless we do oats in that field. And right now I should probably try to remember oats was in here, so it would be fine if we put them there. But we got a lot to get through. We got 3 fields to cultivate and then plant and fertilize and do all the things with to get it prepped to be able to get planted. And like I said, we got a lot of money to make, so expanding a new field, a new operation potentially. We got that new mower, so we might be getting our grass field soon, which would be the first step to getting cattle so we can get our milk. We're not too far off from making cakes. I think the missing ingredients right now is sugar, milk, and butter. That'll be on our mind moving forward. Just almost done with the first field. We got 2 more to do after that, and then probably move pretty quick to get to planting and fertilizing and all of that. And what I didn't check is if this needs lime. Let's go ahead and go up here. I think we're almost to a cycle where we're going to need to relime all of these fields. Let's take a look while that's going. Needs lime is just the 2 fields we started with, so we can do that next. Put some lime down and then some fertilizer to soak the lime in, and that'll be nice because then we can mix up jobs and have multiple things going. Yeah, going good. Making some progress. And 1 field all done. I think we will go over here and get this started on a worker on this second field. We'll do the big boy last since these ones do need the lime applied, but we'll go ahead and get that going, jump onto the John Deere and get rolling with the lime, get that set up on the spreader. You know, they're not going to get very far ahead of us on that cultivating, but we'll figure out some stuff to do here. We have nothing in here. That's good. So we'll cruise over, fill up this lime, and I just don't know how far this is going to go, but like always, we'll find out. Oh, it does reach from there. Nice. Hope that's a full one. Get us up to about 2,600 or so. Nice, nice. That should be enough for this field, I'm thinking. We'll loop around here. I think we'll try to sneak up on the other side of this pole, and we'll get this activated now so we can just kind of see what the guidelines are going to tell us. Oh, that's right. All right, let's lock into that one. Go ahead and start cruising forward. Engage. And that little spot we missed, we could get later on. We'll see if we really are worried about it. Cruising 11 miles an hour, definitely going to get done first. We could lime anyways over there and just try not to run into them. But yeah, it's flying through this lime. 1,900 left. We're gonna have to buy some more. That's all right. We have no money though. We have no monies. We'll have to figure out if we're gonna take out a loan, maybe do a contract real quick to fund the rest of the lime. Might be the best route to go. I think that would be. I like that idea better. We can find a little quick contract to do. Get us enough money to buy lime to do the other fields. That'll get the cultivating ahead of us enough, if we even need to. We're going to need to for the other field. And just about to run out here. There it is. Let's go ahead and pull to the side, and we'll take a look at contracts that are available to us. And they're doing a good job with the cultivating. All right, let's see. $19,000 harvest would be nice. $10,000 harvest of spinach. I kind of want to do it. I haven't done these before. Let's do it. And hopefully there was enough room for everything to spawn. It looks like there was. And where was that field at? It's a pretty decent sized contract. It's the field, the starter field that we did on the Maze Challenge again. And I've never done spinach before, so this will be new and different. Tiny little working radius, but we should be able to get it done and hopefully get about 15 grand for this. The fact that this looks like it has a good capacity and we'd be able to do a lot of it on our own and not have to do like a mandatory worker to unload like some of the root crops are. I feel like spinach is something I wouldn't mind doing, though it looks like they did not take care of this field at all. Let's go ahead and do this headland here to start with. And I assume we just lower it like normal, activate it, and it will be easier to do it with the steering assist. I just wonder how many people are like not using the steering assist at all. Kind of interested in that, but here we go. See how quickly this thing fills up. Not even at 1% yet. Seems promising. It's not too bad. Yeah, 1% now. This will be pretty sweet. Let's hop out and take a look at spinach though. We haven't really seen that yet in my playthroughs. Nice. Looks like weeds. Ha! All right, back in it. Let's go. It is set up for 4 headlands. Maybe we just roll with those. Instead of doing the end caps, we'll just, head up and down the field, 6 miles an hour. It's going to be a little bit of a drag, but we got to have something to kill some time. We're moving way too fast through this stuff. We might switch back and forth too with that cultivation and this. We'll see. We'll see. This will be a good job to just let a worker do and then come back to it in a while, because it's going to take a while to fill up. This is also one that you could easily do cab view and just enjoy the process. Got your monitors in here. Wish that one was a live monitor up there. Side mirrors working good. Got our little radio up here. Slick stuff, fire extinguisher. Gotta have that. Pretty flexible neck there. Not even halfway up the field yet. So many weeds, man. Let's get this done. These are some legit fields. So one pass here, we're at 15%. So we're gonna be able to go up and down a lot before we have to unload this thing. Pretty good contract. I mean, I haven't looked into how well spinach pays. It would be interesting to find out if this is something to do, in a series. Like focus on spinach, maybe some other of the other new crops that are out, some green beans or peas, whatever the new crops are. Yeah, pretty cool. Nice little oxbow equipment here. MKB 4TR, just shooting that spinach in there. Pretty easy to maneuver this machine too. All right, heading back down, should be about, 35% full when we get to the other side. 24 minutes into the recording. I want to see where we're at when we get down there. I'm guessing we're going to be at about 27, 28 minutes. So just about 3 minutes exactly to get up to that field or down the field. This is going to be quite the harvest. We're at 32% full, so it is nice that you can go for a long time without unloading this thing. And I don't know if that's because the yield isn't great on this. Let's see, what's the percentage? Oh. Yeah, okay, that has a lot to do with the yield bonus. Okay, 17% yield bonus. They didn't fertilize, treat weeds, or anything. They just planted and walked away. No wonder they're hiring a contractor. They're not doing their own work. Who planted it for them? Was hoping this was be semi-quick. I mean, I knew when I saw the dollar amount it wasn't going to be, but we might take out a loan of the amount we're about to get just so we can keep going and multitask. And we do have some weather coming in. Let's take a look at that. So we'll have to hold off on this. The forecast shows rain coming in, but nothing on here. So we might have a little surprise storm. Interesting. We need to get that weather station. And finally, just about full. This is a log harvest. Long harvest. What did we bite into? It's pretty nice just relaxing and just chilling. But when you're trying to make progress, it feels dragging. But you kind of look at it, we've made a lot of progress. It doesn't feel like it because it's just the headlands, but if you look at both sides of it, we've really chopped into this harvest. So let's see, let's learn this. There's got to be a pipe to open, right? Open power tools, turn on harvest, move bunker up. Okay, perfect. This isn't going to hold all of it, is it? No way. Hey, there's our mower. And the other field, the Challenger's done, so we need to get that going. But I think I want to unload it and switch and do the cultivating myself, just to mix up the jobs a little bit. But we'll get this over there. This is a good size trailer. We'll see if it holds all of it. And then let's look now. Where are we going to sell? Oh, up north a little bit, not too far away. Let's cut in front of this car. I didn't even see what tractor we have here. What do we have? McCormick? Not too bad. Quick little thing, 33 miles an hour we're going. Guess it's not that little. And man, if this was a good yield, so much spinach here. Should just start automatically unloading for us. There we go. Yeah, this is filling up fast. Look at that spinach texture. Oh boy, that could use a little bit of work. Okay, that did completely unload it, didn't it? All right, let's go ahead and do this. And we will go here. Headlands are on. So now they should be able to just take over and they'll realign and get going. Okay. Why didn't they just start where they were? We'll come back and figure that out, or we won't. Did I do it wrong? Is that why? Start on headlands, but you're gonna go up to that. Okay. I don't know, guys. That's the problem right now I have with workers is I wanted to get started and then they take over. I think what I'm going to do is we'll stop that. I'm going to finish the headlands myself and then I'll have them start on the ups and downs. But let's go drop off this first load so we can get them going back on that and get our map up so we can remember where we're going. All right, let's see you there. This looks to be the place. We'll see this. I'm hoping this gets close to like, I don't know, 30% transportation. See if it gives us a little indicator at the end. Puts us at 36% so far, 37 and 36% transported. Okay, so we need another almost two full loads to get done. Worker is now taking over. They're gonna start the ups and downs. I don't know where they're gonna go to do that. Let's make sure what's set up correctly. Yeah, start with up and down. And I guess we could turn work headland off and hit okay. Okay. So now I can switch back to the Challenger and go straight to this field and get started with that. But they were on a regular worker, so we got to switch to this. And away we go, making some good progress. That contract took a little longer than I expected it to, so we'll get this cultivating done, and hopefully we can get that contract close to complete by the time we're done cultivating. And then buy those goods. Otherwise, I might take out a little loan just to get us by until the contract's done. I got some plans for a big loan, though. It's coming soon. And just checking in with all of you, making some good progress. It's nice to see our worker out there in the distance. The render distance was not working a minute ago. I was a little concerned, but they are plugging away, making some progress. We got to go check on their capacity because I think they're going to be close to being full here before we're done with this field. But all in all, it's turned out pretty good. Baker's Man Challenge is going well. And almost done, and they are full over here on the correct side. That's exciting. Yeah, moving pretty good. Looks like, I don't know, trying to see probably about 6 more passes and they'll be done here. So about 20 more minutes. We could have unloaded them on the run, but we were focused on our task. I mean, from what I understand, I think spinach is a pretty good moneymaker. It's just this field being only 17% yield actually is working in our favor, because otherwise we'd be unloading this all the time. So we are going to let that just go, finish this field, and then I'll move the spinach after we're done with this last pass and a half here, and then we'll just probably finish that contract and get back to liming after that. The reality is it doesn't have to get done in August. Now, it's kind of strange to me. It looks like the cart and the tractor are in render distance over there, but not the harvester. Did it vanish? Just trying to see, when is it going to reappear? There it is. Is this still unloading? Did it get stuck? Did it stop? Did the worker stop? The worker stopped? But why? It's not in your way. Rain did get here, apparently. So yeah, let's go ahead and stop them now. The non-forecasted rain is now here. Let's see if the forecast, it did update. So it'll be a quick shower. Maybe 2 hours. Eek. What's the timing on that contract? We have 9 hours to finish it. Might be going into the night. It is nice. The weather is a factor in this game, a little bit more than last game. I know this scenario is normal. You know, FS22 had the same harvesting restrictions. We don't want to lose any yield on our contract because we want to make sure we get enough to complete it and make a little bit more money. And the other thing is, like, why doesn't the rain knock off the dirt? Let's take a look here. Let's before we jump to conclusions, we have 86% dirt and 100% dirt. It is raining a little bit. I'm gonna go leave these out and not clean them, and we're gonna check them when the storm ends. At least the 100% will be easy to remember. But we can take this over while we wait and dropping it off. This should get us, you know, about 70% of the delivery. I forget what they call that, the transportation portion of the percentage that will pop up here. 73% transported, 73% complete now. So we should be good based on how much is left there. And hopefully we make a little bit of extra cash as well. Pretty time consuming, but it should be worth it, I guess. I just, at this point, I almost feel like moving faster is just, this is the play. I do love contracts and the way they work in this game. It's just sometimes I would rather, I'm a broken record lately, guys. I apologize, but I would rather play, you know, on our own farm, make our own decisions, but mixing it up's nice too. I wanted to do something different as well, so we'll keep sprinkling them in there. Sprinkling, I don't even know if that was English. The grind is getting to me, guys. Well, we skipped some time, and it shows that it's cloudy on the forecast now, but the rain is still coming down. So I don't know if the game is gonna say we shouldn't harvest. I don't know if I want to risk it. Let's try to get to 1700, I guess. Okay, it stopped. Okay, we're gonna slow down to ×2. It's starting to get dark already. It's summer. But let's go ahead and finish busting this out. And we've learned spinach contracts on big fields take some time. I did want to spend a little bit of time while I'm just, you know, staring at spinach and weeds to kind of discuss and explain my style of content and the different types of series that we do. There's a lot of people that have joined the channel recently, and I just kind of wanted to jump into this and do a little bit of a rant. We're doing these as actual like let's plays. The Riverbend Spring one, there's not as much of a goal as far as the entire series is concerned. The goal is to just learn the game, play it, and enjoy it. This one's a let's play that has a goal in mind with getting the baker, all the baker stuff, baking the cakes, making millions off of that. We also do survivor challenges or rags to riches series that have a lot more limitations rules-wise. Like we don't lease anything. Sometimes we might limit the amount of workers that we have. Like the production leasing on this game, the new mod out, it's pretty OP as I've discovered in the Riverbend Springs. So that's something we could use in this series, but I wouldn't use it in like a survivals challenge or anything that's like, I don't know. I wouldn't use it in anything that there's actual restrictions and goals, because it's just like, why have a challenge if you're going to use something that basically just is a free win, which is what I kind of see with the leasing, the production, especially we go with the sawmill, you're going to make like $100,000 a month, and it's pretty sweet. But that being said, this series, I'm really thinking this, if I owned the farm, if I owned the property, if I owned the equipment, and what would I do financially with loans and try to progress? Would I take 10 years to slowly get where we want to get? I don't think so. And so we're going to finish this calendar year when we get to the winter and we do all of our selling, see how much money we have. At that point, I'm going to make what I feel like is an educated decision on taking out a decent sized loan to start progressing. So at that point, we'd be 3 years into, or 2.5, however we want to say it. Maybe it's 3.5. I've lost track at this point. Into running this farm, into knowing how money's coming and going, and seeing that we are going to have our first sales of strawberries and more bread and flour to sell, a bunch of wheat to sell as well. That's going to really tell us where we're sitting financially with our current setup and give me an indicator of how much debt I would be willing to take on if it was real life. You know, and we don't have the advanced loan system, which I really feel like would be amazing to be base game in Farming Simulator, where we'd actually have real monthly payments and not interest only. I do know there are some agriculture what's the word I'm looking for? Programs out there that will allow you to have interest only loans for farmland and things like that. But I don't necessarily want to do it that way. I personally am not a fan of interest only loans, not to go too much into like finances. But that's where we're thinking, trying to run it realistic on how I would do it. Taking advantage of interest-only loans is good for certain people and certain situations, but it doesn't necessarily set you up for financial success long-term because you're never paying the principal. I guess I did go into it. That's my philosophy. That's what we're going to go with. And so it makes it a little lame, in my opinion, to just take out the loans and pay interest only on them. You can progress a lot faster, but it's a lot harder to get out of debt, in my opinion. So, long-winded rant. It happens every once in a while in these episodes, but I just kind of wanted to explain that. I've been getting a lot of comments. Why are you paying off loans so fast? Why aren't you just taking out loans to progress? We're going to do that, but I wanted to do it in a sane manner. I would not want to jump into something like this in real life, have no experience, like we're role-playing that we have no experience with Farming Simulator, but if this was really a farm we're taking over, with the limited experience we had, I would not want to jump out to like a $500,000 loan right away and have no idea if I'm going to be able to get under it or if that's just going to put us where we are for the next 10 years while we're dealing with that loan. So if the $500,000 gets us everything we needed to never have to buy anything else, never have to expand after that, that would be one thing. But the fact that I feel like we need multiple millions of dollars to get where we want to get production-wise, field-wise, equipment-wise, a $500,000 loan, personally, I feel like in the long run would slow us down. That being said, we'll see how finances look, how comfortable I feel with taking out loans. There's also another flip side of that, and this will be the end of the rant, and we'll jump to the end of the spinach harvest after that. I want these series to actually have some meat and substance to them and a feel of achievement, even if we are allowed to lease things, if we're allowed to take out loans. I still want to feel like we did it in a way that we earned it, and it didn't just get a bunch of money thrown at us so we're able to just go through the process and get it done. We have to make smart decisions when we sell things, which type of crops we plant, and all of that to make a profit. I just feel like it's more interesting that way and more intriguing to keep watching, and it's not just, hey, I planted some wheat, we're going to harvest it, enjoy the video. I just feel like there's a little bit more to it when there's risks and rewards, make it feel a little more realistic than just give me a bunch of money and we're done. Hope that made sense. Let's get back to the game. And one last thing. I said it was the end, but one last thing. I play the game the way I enjoy the game. Therefore, it'll come across more entertaining, in my opinion. If I'm more engaged, more excited, more enjoying the playthrough, I feel like it makes better content. So those are why I make some decisions. I know sometimes I don't explain why I make decisions good enough, and I'm trying to improve that, but yeah, I want to have fun. I'm playing a video game, making some awesome content for you guys, or hoping it's awesome content, and I'll keep doing that until I completely burn out. And I hope that never happens, and I'm doing some things to prevent that, so let's get moving on. Back to farming stuff. I really would like to understand, and maybe I'll Google this, but like, is it a speed and capacity thing on why you couldn't have a bigger header than this on one of these spinach harvesters? You see it's kind of pushing it to the center, and it's pretty full there. Maybe that is why, is it would just be too much to push up into the hopper or into the container back here. I don't know the technical term for that, but it's shooting it back there. I just don't know. And I'll Google it. I assume it would just be too much spinach, you know, too quickly for it to actually process it in the harvester. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. Maybe we talked through it. Finally, the glorious last pass. I think we have plenty to fulfill the contract and potentially make a little bit of cash. So we'll see in about 3 minutes when we get down to the end and get it unloaded. Should be well worth the money though. Took some time, but it's worth it. And complete. Feels good. Still got some sunlight too, but we didn't get close enough. We didn't get close enough to unload. Oh, did I shut it off? I shut it off, so it's not going to unload. No, it's running. It's running. There we go. Some more of that green Popeye spinach in here. Yeah, that could use some work. I dig it, though. New crops are nice. Here we are. Moment of truth. 97%. A little bit of cash coming in. A lot of cash coming in. We'll take 7,000. We'll take 7,000 extra and the 10,000 for the contract. So that should allow us to finish getting these fields spread with lime before the day's over, and we can get to planting in September if we can. Do we have to wait till October? We'll double check. But 18 grand right now. We can afford a little bit of lime. I'm gonna grab, we'll just do 6 bags just to be safe. And our consumables, there they are. And we, like I said, we'll do 6. Might as well. Not too much money there. And we'll have to move this stuff, you know, be cautious that we don't cause contracts to break when we grab them. Oh, I forgot there are 2,000 each. We should have just done 3. It'll be okay. What does this hold, 11,000? All right, next time we'll just buy 5. That's not bad. Can we pull it still? Can we do it? Seems okay. All right, we'll lock into place here and re-engage this. There we go. Oh, we shouldn't have stopped climbing the hill there. Let's get back up to speed. You can do it. You can do it. All right, we're there. Let's hope 11,000 liters of lime is enough to do all 3 of these fields. The climb and the crawl is real. And finishing up here, we have plenty of capacity, and I did want to double check. We do not have to do lime on field 43. Perfect, okay. So we have enough, a little bit left at the store. I'm gonna go pick it up too, so it's not just sitting there. And then we'll rest, we'll make it September. Double check the calendar. I believe we can plant in September. It might be October, but we'll get it all done. We'll get it all situated and figured out, and done. There it is, all picked up. Time to take a nap. So we did use, well, before we nap, we did use the cultivator, and oh, it is still over here. So let's go ahead and shut this off. We're just damaging things. 12%. Oh, we were gonna check on those too as well. So we got that all cleaned off. This one's, yeah, pretty dirty. See if we can find a sweet spot here. There we go. I mean, I do like spraying it everywhere, but sometimes it's just, you want to get it done. Fascinating. All right, so over here, oh, so it lost 1% of its dirt due to the rain. Interesting. Cultivator is all clean now, and just the Challenger to do. And perfect. Check on the bakery one more time. This should be good for morning, and we'll move some flour around. Loan interest. I forgot we had a loan. I forgot we already had a loan. Goofball. Oh yeah, John Deere. I forgot we bought that stuff and we took out a loan for it. My big old rant about loans. Ay. What a rookie. But getting back to running more than one series at a time is freaking awesome. It's been a while since we've done that on this channel. 10,000 in there, okay. Do want to move 2 this time. And I'm starting to get overwhelmed by the amount of strawberries we're going to have to move here momentarily in a couple months. Oh, that's a good example of the multicolored palettes. Look at that darker over there. This one's a new one. This one's been used. That's pretty slick. Saw that in someone's video talking about it. Haven't seen it yet myself or I haven't noticed it myself. But there it is. All right, let's just cruise on over to the bakery. Try not to hit the bumps in our road, and they'll be good with capacity over here. We'll have to double check to make sure we're not running out of room for the flour since we haven't gotten that storage that I want yet. But there we go. Yeah, let's look at that right now, actually. We'll park right here. So there is only 2 more in there. Okay. So in the production, though, we can see it can hold... Yeah, so we'll have to move those soon. It can hold 5,500. All right, we're going to go barley in this field, wheat in the big boy. We got fertilizer. We have just under 1,000 liters of seed in here. Not sure how far that's going to take us, but it should be a decent amount. A decent amount of planting. All right, let's get all configured. And away we go. Getting wheat in the ground one more time here. Should be the last time before we start diversifying, I think. All right, we're about halfway done here. Let's check on our capacity. Wheat's looking good. Yeah, we're good to finish this field. And we'll do barley in the one next to the silo. What is that, field 46? And we're going to leave oats for the spring so that we don't have to worry about driving in them when we do the strawberries. Yeah, I screwed that up, guys. I should have had them turn the other way. But I complained about it not showing me. And then I replaced it down after knowing. All my fault. And finishing up here. Let's go ahead and get our menus open back up. While that's going, we're going to jump in here. And we're going to lease this again. Hopefully this is the last year we have to. I don't know. Maybe we just keep leasing it. We'll get the John Deere over here rolling while we do the barley field. And then we could potentially roll the barley field. I'm going to do the weeds. We're going to spray them in October. So we'll have to lease something for that as well. Just want to mix it up a little bit, guys. And all done. Should have taken care of all the headlands. I don't think I drove in crazy at all there. So that should be good. And yeah, we'll get this close to the barley field. Get the John Deere to go pick that up and get the rolling. The wheel's still wet from being sprayed. Yeah, look at the shine on those things. Can we see it? Show the shine. Show the shine. Yeah, they're dried off, but they're nice and clean. Gosh, this thing is huge. Okie dokie. Away they go. We switch over here, turn off the planter, switch to barley, and we should be able to go right back into this. Oh, we messed up already. That's okay. That's okay. I did want to do the headlands here so we don't turn into the field. Raise there, loop around, and we should be able to clean that up, that spot we messed up, when the time comes to do the ups and downs. Same with that little area there. Should be clean to pull that off. Looking real good. And was there a third headland? There is. Nope. A little late on the button mashing there. Like that. Then we'll loop around, head down the field, and get this done. John Deere doing a good job rolling the field. Oh yeah, I'll be able to snag that right there. Beautiful. Let's get it done. Why did it do it again? Aye. Then the last pass on another field. Feels good. They are done with the rolling. Where'd they go? All the way over there. They're done with the rolling, so we can move them onto this field. Very, very nice. There is a tiny little speck here that I want to grab. Now it's complete. All right, disengage that. Bring it on over to the pressure washer. Stage it to clean later. Freaking Walter. Always following us. Man, these workers can't even fold these up for us. We're gonna have to get a plow soon so we can re-plow these fields with these spots. Keep forgetting about that. But I'm gonna let a worker do this for me because I'm not a big fan of it on these smallish fields, so we'll let them do that. What's up, everybody? We're gonna get through winter today. We're gonna find out where we're sitting financially. I am stoked to find out. But we should have a couple fields growing with some weeds in them. So the first thing we're gonna do is get something to spray the weeds with. So let's hop into the store right now, check the used market. Oh, the Bednar would be so nice. But we don't have the horsepower. 580. Ooh, this Kenzie would be nice too. All right, we need to look at sprayers. And yep, we'll just go with the default one we've been going with, $1,500 to lease. And I think we'll grab the Challenger today for that. I feel like my audio gets quieter every time I play. And we have some herbicide, so we don't need to buy any more of that. Probably need to feed the chickens soon. Everything else should be good. We just got to get these weeds sprayed and then get to the time when it's good to sell the strawberries. And I'll try to sneak super close to the herbicide so that the fertilizer doesn't win. Perfect. Okay, 337. I don't know if that's going to be enough. We'll do the big boy first. And we have our thick tires on here. We're going to want to... Eventually, we're definitely going to want to get some row tires. But the first growth stage usually is forgiving and doesn't cause any crop damage. as we discover right there. All right, we should be all set up here. Cruising along forward. Spraying those weeds, watching the herbicide count go down. We might need to buy a little bit more, but maybe not. Maybe we'll be able to get by because we can go a lot faster than this. We can go 15. We're gonna go 15. Haven't bought FS25 yet? You can use the partner code FSSWU. You can find the link in the description. Your support goes a long ways at helping out this channel. It's gonna be super close. We have 130 left. Let's shut that off. There's this tiny little strip here, so we are going to reconfigure this. I think it's Control Z. I'm gonna go down to this width here, and we'll go ahead and cruise down the middle and just spray these. It should use a lot less herbicide this way and not waste. I think that's a wise decision, and then we'll see how far we get on the other field. But I have a feeling, sneaking suspicion, that we need to buy some more. That field's all done. We have 96 to go. I don't think that's gonna quite do it, but we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot here. Let's turn it on. Lock in there. Down to the end of the field. I have a feeling we have the same situation, but you can see down to 70 now. That's so close, it's gonna be sad. So close, it's gonna be sad for sure. 44%, 40%, or not percent, but liters. And shut that off, run into the power line. And this one has a little bit more, I think a bigger middle that we're gonna have to do. Let's fold up. Let's buy more. Some herbicide here. We'll go ahead and buy the Helm brand. Go fill it up. We will use it, I guess, for the oats as well in the spring. What's the time-saving stock say right now? I'm curious. $237,000. So the key here to not waste any material is to do the outsides first. And then when we get to do the middle, we can adjust the width of the spraying again so that we're solid. And we'll get to the top of the field, we'll turn around, and then we'll show that. All right. So we see that we're about center with the weeds that are left. So let's go ahead and drop it, I believe, to like right here. That's where I want to go. And that's not wide enough. Not wide enough. Let's back up because we missed a little bit. Well, we're going to go with the 15 to 18 variety here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see at this angle. We can see a lot better with the sun in this direction. But we're going way too fast now. Speed override. Whoops. But yeah, that'll save us a little bit of product by not wasting too much. And Bentley is barking. Someone must be driving by. He's a little protective. He's, you know, just about 200 liters there. Worth buying. We'll leave the rest over there for now because we will not be able to combine it into one pallet. IBC, but we can drop this here and go ahead and return the leased vehicle or equipment. They all show up under vehicles, even though it should be titled equipment here. Okay, so what does that leave for us to do? Just in case there's anything that's like 80 grand, nothing there. And we will pay off a little bit of the loan. 60,000 left. Greenhouse water is still fine. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. It's about to be the grind time. And I don't even want to know how many pallets we're moving and how many trips it's going to be. Oh my goodness. All right, let's look at the price of straw right now. That's right. It's a crop. Straw's a crop. Straw's a fruit type. It's going to go up a little bit. We would lose roughly $5,000 right now. Okay. If we look in the greenhouses, it will tell us there are 25. Oh, we got to move some. We do need to move them just to make sure more can spawn. And this is why we didn't plant here. What a mistake. Well documented, but it was a mistake. There we go. Forks are lined up pretty good now. And I think I'm going to try to grab like 3 pallets here and just move them together. I mean, the ground's nice for working right here. If I could see. Yeah, I think there's a depth perception issue that I have on these games. No, I want to lift that back up just a hair right there. Okay, right. That should be good. Turn just a hair. Yeah, this is gonna be, it's gonna be fun. And it's not going to be for very long, so we will just put them right here. And that should, let's go look at this one, 22,000. So yeah, I don't think 6 are going to spawn, but I'm going to move a little bit more. so that we have the space and we don't run out. We moved a good amount of pallets, so we should be good. Let's start with barley here for the chickens. And I think between now and when we sell the rest of that barley, we are going to get a different cart, and I can just leave this for the chickens. And just leave what's in here, and 8,000 should be more than enough for an entire calendar year, I believe. Just want to make sure they don't run out tonight. We got enough pallets of flour moved over. Greenhouses have plenty of water. I think we're good to get to those good prices of straw. All right, capacity-wise, we're good. Still have 20. Yeah, so we can get 8 more to spawn. Over here, everything's looking good. Plenty of flour. Let's check those prices again. Not quite where we need it. I think we will make it December and see about the prices then. What about eggs? When are eggs good? Eggs are good in November. Okay, how are we gonna do that? We're gonna try. Let's get them sold. We'll grab the full pallet first. No, we'll grab the smaller pallet and stack it on the full pallet. There we go. I think it'll be okay. Let's figure out where we're selling these. Farmer's Market. Tag it. Seems to be holding on pretty good there. And it's not too far of a drive for us. I believe we want this road here. Just make sure we do this turn nice and slow. And head on down to the farmer's market. All right, should be about $5 grand, I think is what the time-saving stock told us. Oh, we did it again. It's right back here. Let's just drop these eggs down. Yeah, so we're at 8,000. So let's go in here right now. Save money on some interest. Repay. 55,000's the debt. But next month, I think we'll be able to sell that straw. And is that going to get us out of debt? The straw? The straw will not, but the strawberries absolutely will. Okay. Animal dealer has great demands. Let's take a look. Straw is on its way down. It's time. It is time. The bio plant needs it. We always know that's fun when I head there because I don't know where to drop things off sometimes. We'll get all of our indicators back on. Let's head that way. We can see it in the distance. Should be able to just take this dirt road right here. It's a little dark still. Let's put the lights on. The 4-ways. Do we have a beacon on this? I don't think we do. Yeah. Should be good to just cruise on down there. Oh, I was like, why is it so slow? I had cruise control set earlier for another session. All right, let's go get 34,000 bucks. Free up our trailer because we're gonna want to get the bread out of here. The bread is pretty much at peak, and so is the flour on its way down. Yeah, we're gonna sell all of those in December. And then potentially the barley as well. Just a little bit of money from barley, though, and wheat. And wheat. We're here. Oh, biogas. Okay. A little different than what I expected. And, yeah, I think this will be the location. There we go, $35,000. Let's go back and let's load up the flour and bread next and see where those to get sold. Getting busy here. Oh, look at the reflections. That's sick. And even in our super big trailer, we're starting to run out of space. So we'll try to get, I don't really remember or know how many we have in here. We're supposed to move some. I'm a doofus. So we probably lost a little bit of production at some points. Oh man. Struggle is still real. I'm so much better at the flour one because it's flatter. And I think I've just kind of learned how to deal with it. And yeah, a little too close there, but the forks do help move things around as well. So let's get a good angle here. Raise up just a hair more. No, we're tilted. Bad angle, bad angle. Okay, yep, that's a rough angle there. Grab onto those, tilt it again. Oh boy, let's try about right here. But I think it's gonna be the angle of the way we're parked that was causing that. That's insane. Yeah, the slope that we're on. You would run into that in real life. I get it. I do get it. Just a hair like that, and then we should be able to sneak over here. You know, it takes extra time when you're terrible at this. All right, just working on getting these organized a little better. Messed up a little bit loading these two. And yeah, it's starting to lift it. Let's see if I can get a good spot to just push. I guess we could lift it, but didn't really want to. Just slide that over. That should be good and allow us to get the two next to it. Get that strapped in. We'll just sneak back over here. And I know the key is to line up straight. I mean, that's not a bad angle to watch this. A little too low there, I guess. All right, we got a hold of it now. Tilt it. Raise it high enough for the next one to spawn. About that high, yeah. And then raise, tilt a little. There it is. Much better. I think the key to this game is patience. Our Challenger driver didn't really put that in the best spot for us, and we're the wrong way. Yeah, forgot we went the other way with it. Okay. Shove those forward a little bit. And that should be room for 4 more if we have them. Let's get these strapped in so they don't fall out. Let's get them loaded. We only had 1 more. All right, where are we going with this stuff? Is it 2 different places? Oh, no, it is. Okay, so let's look at the prices this way since we loaded it that way. Let's go to bread, and all those are identical. Farmer's Market, and then flour. Farmer's Market's not too bad. That's our bakery, so that's misleading. We'll go to the Farmer's Market. Come on, Challenger, you can handle it. 5,000 bread, which is just, that's for a whole year, guys. That's just not going to cut it. We need lots of money to get the real bakery. And 18,000 flour because we're moving a lot of flour to the bakery. So that makes sense that we have less flour than last time. I think we had 32 to sell last time. A lot of flour going into that bread. See what it does for us financially. We know the big money's the strawberries, though. Not looking forward to that. Looking forward to the money, just not the loading. 72,000 there. We're over 100. Let's go ahead and get a nice realistic number here by paying that off. 54,000. Let's keep going. Let's get as many... I'm not loading those with the forks, guys. I'm sorry. Full transparency. Okay, I want a break. That's just one greenhouse. 42,000. 42,000. Okay, let's go ahead and tag. We're going back to the farmer's market. And we'll do 2. Oh, yeah, there was no way I was getting the other 42 on here. So let's... oh, boy. You know what, man? Console players, I'm so sorry if you have to load these all yourself. I would just set it to selling. Go check it out, Finley. Okay. Don't mind the dogs barking. We just made $59,000. Let's go back and get more. I'll be back. I'm going to go check out and help the pups. Those dogs have good eyes. I'm actually kind of glad I checked. I tried to get a photo for you guys. There was a family of deer. There was a buck and a doe. There's just 2 of them, but it was a buck and a doe, and they were just right outside of the front window. It was actually going to be pretty gorgeous. I ran to get my phone, and I'll just have to paint you a picture with my imagination, or you're going to have to use your imagination. The snow outside, the whole front yard's covered in snow, and those 2 deer, they're just standing there. And then when I came back to get my phone, the dogs went crazy again, and that caused them to take off. So I didn't get to take the picture. All right, got to do this again. Been doing little like segments and rants about for the new people that weren't around during FS22 to just kind of understand my style of content. I refuse to do things that I don't enjoy, and I'll do them to a point, but if I don't enjoy it, I'll stop playing the game. And I don't want to do that because there's so many aspects of this game that I absolutely love, and moving around pallets is not my thing. Moving around bales, I'm a little bit more patient with that, but when it comes to a massive amount of pallets, it starts to feel too much like work and not like playing a game to me. I don't know why it's that different with the pallets, but it is. So yes, I will abuse super strength. I will get auto-loading trailers the second they're available to me. But there will be series, and there will be times, and there will be things that I will do to show how it's done in game intended and not the cheaty way. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And I do know that, you know, potentially I could lose some viewers because of this, but I would rather be transparent than just hide it behind the scenes. That's just me. I like to be transparent. I don't like to lie. So we're not going to do that. But I do draw the limit on, like, we're not going to lie about the yield and the amount of grain we get in a harvest. I do all the harvests myself. There's a line to the cheating, in my opinion, as how far you should go with it. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to do 7 videos a week right now if without super strength. And that's what I call a perfectly loaded trailer. Nothing wrong with it. Perfection. Okay, best stack job ever. Sell, sell, sell. Another 59,000. We're sitting at 173. We're gonna swing by the dealership right now because I want to take a look at a few things, specifically a grain cart. And yeah, this is the style that I play, so I don't want to do that again, to be completely honest. And we're gonna go in here and we're gonna set them to selling. So we're gonna lose a little bit of money, but the fact that these are set to selling means we're gonna have consistent income coming in, or semi-consistent income coming in every year, every month, to help us with the loan we're going to take out in a little bit. But let's go get a cart. We want to finish selling everything we can sell. We know we have the barley we want to keep in the other grain trailer, so let's go ahead and see what they got. I haven't really dove into this part of the game yet, so I do want an auger wagon, and I didn't want to break the bank, but I think we'll go with this. Actually, 30, that's a huge upgrade. And oh, we can put colors on here. Oh no, oh, that looks too default. Let's look at the list. I think I'm gonna go with the Case IH red on this, and the wheel setup will go standard. And buy $68,500. Nice to be able to afford it. It'll help because the harvests, they're gonna probably start getting a little bigger. I'm hoping. It's a little excessive for what we have right now and for this tractor, but when we do an upgrade there, this will be pretty good for us. I'll be able to live with this for a while. Still have $100,000. All right, so let's look at the prices though. Barley says it's going up. We almost have another thing of bread. That's fine. Strawberries should sell at the hour. We'll get 24 or 2,300 more dollars for that. So let's grab the wheat we have, which isn't much. I thought we had a little more than that, and take that to where it needs to get sold. I made this mistake before. This isn't gonna work. We need a transportation style one. This is for more field work. Oh man, so we'll sneak as far to the right as we can and we'll try this. I don't think the auger is going to open all the way for this to work, though. Stupid boy. Stupid boy. Yep, that's not going to work. Okay, but we have it for the future. Future Chris will be really excited about this. Present Chris feels like a doofus. Who is organizing this place? This is a mess. And I know the regular playthrough with this, or the regular process would be to have a semi to load into. We'll get there. But I am going to call a huge audible right here. We're going to hold on to the little bit of money that these would give us, the $7,000, and move it to the silo or the grain mill eventually. So let's now... Did that sell? It did. Okay, so the money's going to slowly go up every hour moving forward. We're not going to make as much some months as we would, but we're basically going to have that kind of in a mode that's just constantly making money for us. But let's go ahead and take a look at a few things before we move back into our regular work. We have, looks like 3 grass fields now. 29's closer to home. 92's a bigger space, and it is not ready to harvest. The visit over here is growing and growing. Okay, so we have 50%. It needs lime. It needs fertilizer. And what's the cost of that field? 106. Oh my goodness, we can afford it. Okay, so that is our new home. What's going to be long term, the new home to our cattle, but we're going to have to work up to that because we talked a while back about the barn we want is the one that can produce milk, which is this one. So $254,000. It'll be interesting. We'll see how far we can get. I am going to take out a decent sized loan, probably for equipment, but I don't know if I want to take one out that large for the cow enclosure. And to be completely transparent, I was thinking about $350,000. So if we did a loan that large, we could see about buying more land as well, get more crops going, and really start increasing our revenue. But we got to baby step it. Let's buy 2 more things of lime just to be safe. if we can find them, but we don't have enough money. So we are going to take out, right now, I am going to go with a $50,000 loan just to kind of help us get by for a while. And we're going to have to decide if we're going to want to, lease some equipment to help us. I think what we're going to do is mow it with the equipment we have, lease, probably buy. Well, yeah, maybe we'll take out that loan and buy. Let's just, let's not try to completely plan this out. Let's go ahead and just get what we can get done, get to the point where we can cut it, and go from there. And it's not too bad. Once we get on this road, it is just a straight shot to that field. Some snow coming down. Almost didn't even notice it. I was so focused on what we were doing. Man, buying that cart was probably premature, but we'll use it eventually. It's ours now. Okay, not the biggest, most huge field, but I think it's a good start. We can buy another field if we need to long term to expand if we're not generating enough TMR when we get to that point for the cattle. So what we're gonna do is most likely a couple cycles of silage. Oh man, speed override, insane. A couple cycles of silage, and then after that we will start buying everything we need to make TMR, and we can swap between silage and hay at that point, get the straw from our other crops, and we should be set on food for the cows. Looking at this field, I don't know if it's going to actually be good enough or big enough. So we might be looking into buying field number 91 and expanding, which I think would be a smart play. And then the footprint that the cow enclosure is going to take wouldn't be that big of a hindrance. All right, you're caught up on my thought process. Let's get this done. Then we need to go see what we have for inventory for solid fertilizer and come back here and get it fertilized. And done with the lime. I don't think we needed to buy any of that, but we did. It's all good. Nah, 261 is not going to be enough, is it? I was hoping we're going to sell enough strawberries to pay off that loan completely. So we have the fertilizer we know we're going to need. We've bought everything we're going to need to buy this month. So let's go ahead and repay that. We have $2,400, which we can take more money out. The loans are going to go back and forth. They're going to fluctuate a lot just because of the interest I don't want to pay. And then after that, we will definitely be moving forward in time, but we'll see. We might. 1 o'clock, we'll see how close that gets to 5,000. It'd be pretty cool if we were able to sell that much strawberries hourly for the rest of the day to get out of debt. So we're at 24.55. In 2 minutes, we should sell some strawberries. 1 minute. Yeah, okay. It was like $400. Not bad per hour, though. All right, time to get the fertilizer on here. Oh, the width is different. The width is different. Let's see if we just reconfigure this. If that will do it. No. Why won't that? All right, let's go look in the shop real quick. And spreaders. It should tell us, right? It's 18, but it's wider for fertilizer, I thought. I guess we just do this ourselves. All right, let's get it done. All right, I feel better. The 200 would not have been enough. And done. Let's go home. Enjoy a Christmas. Let's see. I'm looking at my calendar. This should be coming live on the 19th. Man, super close to Christmas. We're at $11,000. Let's pay that off. The money overnight came in nice. So still at 6,000. So what do we want to do here? We want to look at a farmland right here. That's $93,000. So we are going to take out a loan of $100,000 right now and buy that land. We're going to hop in the store and we're going to look at plows. No. And I think I want to lease a subsoiler because I don't like plows. So we're not doing a ton, so I am going to go ahead and lease this one. And the only reason why I'm not going to buy this is we don't need it. So let's go ahead and grab the Challenger. We're going to combine those two fields. We need to check what needs to be done on 42, but then we're going to try to get, am I on the wrong side? No, okay. Then we're going to try to get planting this session. So that oat field's going to be pretty large this time. Was always the plan. 47's coming next, and we'll probably combine all of them together, but I do want to slow roll it a little bit and make sure we can handle all the work. Because we did add the grass field to take care of, which will probably be March or April before we have to cut it. And I'm a doofus because I thought this was the field we needed to plant. Okay. Oh my goodness. People are watching this going, Chris, what are you talking about? We don't need this. We wasted our money. But this is going to be oats as well. And it's fertilized. It's ready. It doesn't need plowed. It doesn't need anything. Okay. Well, that works out. Leave the good, leave the bad, leave the ugly. All right, let's go home. Oh, there's a spot we missed when we were planting. Yeah, when we buy 47, we will combine all of these into one field and do just one grain type for the flour mill. We're absolutely get to planting now in this episode. I'm doing a little bit of chores before we make it time to do the harvest. So we want to unload that because we're going to use those soon. We're going to put that fertilizer in the seeder. And then I want to buy a bag of seed, or a pallet of seed. And we're going to try to stack it on the herbicide. Never tried this before. Okay, so that's secure. Let's grab this mower so we can take it home finally. And guys, maintenance seems to have slowed down big time on these by cleaning stuff. I haven't done it in the Riverbend Springs series yet, but we will be buying that over there as well. All right, let's get these home. Looks like the weight of the mower is helping us a little bit. And we'll place them right there. Walter doesn't seem to mind us keeping the stuff there. Oh, one more thing. One more thing with the John Deere. Wanted to come over here and top off the chickens. And they are, no way. Is that auto feeding them with that just sitting there? It seems like it is. So we're just gonna leave it there. And then we're gonna sleep while we're staring. Oh, we're staring right there. So when we wake up, we'll be able to see what's happening. Okay, I didn't see anything. I did see it move once. I saw it tipping once, and it could have been in my imagination. That's why I wanted to see again. But we had like 7,300 in here. And now we still have 7,300. And we can't, I don't know what's happening there. That is so bizarre. But I can't get in vehicles right now. What the heck? Warning, failed to register main key for power tools. Oh, I think I have a mod conflict. All right, time to make it March. Oh, sunshine in the forecast, rain coming down, snow on the ground. That's how we do it. All right, let's check the calendar. Oats are good to go. Get this fertilizer topped off. There we go. Drive over the pallet, sneak up to our new thing of seed, which all almost fit. Switch to oats. We're gonna go out there. We'll probably, or it's right here. We're gonna reload. Let's do the new field first and see if we can get this snow to go away. Hopefully that's on their list. Oh, crop destruction. Bugs to fix soon. Oh, it's going away on its own. Look at that. Maybe the new patch that just came out recently. I know I'm recording way ahead, so you guys are probably like, it's been fixed. All right, that's lovely. Now, if this weather would clear up, I need to get that weather station. I want to take a look and see if I can even find it. Someone was telling me about a weather station. It's probably under tools, weighing station. Is that what this is? For $4,200. I don't think Walter would mind that. Like right here, right by this tree. Now let's see. Did that change? Not really. Nothing changed. Still pouring on me. Let's make it 9 o'clock. We have $28,000. Greenhouses are impressive. Let's go ahead and get our loans as low as they can be, though. 75,000 now. I don't think it's going to be long, guys, before we're out of debt again. But we'll be adding debt here soon as well. Okay, so that is off. We're ready to go. We're ready to rock and roll. Get some more oats in the ground on our new field here, field number 42, which eventually will be combined with field 43 after the next harvest. And gonna prep it. I like 10. We have that well documented. Let's enjoy the show. Hopping back in here now just to check on capacity. It's looking great. We should know by now, but I always feel like I need to double check to make sure we got enough goods. Let's get it done. All right, I messed with the camera a little too much on that one, but we're just about done finishing up this last pass here. Plenty left to do the next field. Probably get some rolling going as well, but man, we're gonna have to slow down the progress of this series a little bit because of all the extra work we've just taken on, but I think it's still gonna fly by. And here we are, lift it up, get close to the next field, but we will do our normal song and dance. We're gonna lease the roller. Get that on the John Deere, have a worker take that over, and then we'll hop onto this field. But we forgot something. There we go. Skinny field, so they shouldn't take too long to do this once they get going. Oh, it's already configured. All right, let them go. And we're gonna bust this one out relatively quick. Lower that back down. Away we go. We'll probably do some end rows down there just because of the turning radius. We'll do that at the end. But we won't bore you with another time lapse of the same exact thing. They're getting going. We're gonna get this done. Just got a little bit to do on this headland. The other one was pretty clean. So we'll just snag a couple spots here that would look a little awkward when growth comes. But other than that, looking good. There's a little spot that we rolled on accident that just got covered up. But we can live with those specks. Little tiny specks that we missed. So we're gonna put this away, stage it for washing. Looks like the pressure washer got knocked over again. Grab that roller, get over here, and roll this field and be done with another planting season. And away we go. Yes, I left it unfolded the whole way. Yes, I'm lazy. And we're done with rolling. We forgot to fertilize the two fields. We'll have to put some skinny tires on this next episode to get that solved. Oh, I realized that halfway through rolling, I started thinking, I was like, I was rushing so fast to get to selling everything that I forgot, completely forgot to fertilize those two fields the second time. So we will get that going. We'll have to do weeds on the two fields we just planted and try to get all four fields fertilized, as well as cutting the grass for the first time. Welcome back to Baker's, man. Today, the Massey Ferguson is gonna be busy. We're gonna have to get the 8570 out there doing 4 fields today. 46 is gonna be ready in June, and in July, 45, 43, and 42 will be ready. But that's not it. We also have really tall grass out here to finally cut. So we'll have to get the mower over here and probably the John Deere to take care of that. And one other thing that is fascinating to me now is the auto loading functionality that we have found. So we can go ahead and auto load pallets. We'll be taking advantage of that. We'll probably bring the strawberries back because of that. So I will load things up when it feels like it fits in the video. Otherwise, I'll be using that to help me speed up my progress. Now that we know everything on our list to do today, it's time to just get busy. We're out here in the barley field already working on the headlands. Be our first task to complete. Things are looking pretty good. We got 1,200 liters already in here, 16% full on capacity. We'll get around the headlands, see where we're at. Yeah, a lot to do. 4 harvests. We got that new oat field to do. 2 oat fields, 45 and 42. Should be a lot of goods to put into the grain mill. And the barley's coming in really good here. We're finishing the headlands. We're on the second headland and we're about to be full. Just cruise up here, 8,000. Let's just back up just a hair so we don't run over anything. Grab the Challenger and the auger wagon. So we'll get that out to unload the harvester. And it'll be nice because our capacity now in our grain cart is a little bit more than 8,000. So we don't have to unload and head on over to the grain mill right away. We can focus on the harvest, take care of things, you know, one at a time. It'll help us out. I think it'll speed us up in the long run. And unloading into the Demco. Should be able to just leave that there for now, shut off, and we'll get back in the harvester. Once it's done unloading, we'll get back to the harvest. I'm hoping we get, 3 loads would be nice. Go ahead and get this lowered back down, get the header warmed back up. Once it's done unloading, like we said, we will go ahead and continue on. Close the auger. Continue with the harvest. And with the headlands just about done, you can see we have the inside of the field, the ups and downs to do still, and that's where I'm hoping we get 2 more carts full. It seemed that going up and down about 3 times is what will fill up the harvester. Let's get it done. And heading back down the field here, we're gonna unload on this pass. I don't know if we'll get completely full, but since the auger is on this side, that's what we're gonna wanna do. Doesn't seem like it's gonna quite fill it up, so I'm gonna jump in the Challenger here and unload the harvester. And if you're kind of wondering why we're in June already when we were nowhere near that last episode, the things that needed to be done in April and May, I did off camera. We just fed the chickens, moved some flour around. That was really about it. We added some water into the greenhouses and wanted to just make sure we're showing things that are showing us progressing and not just showing every little detail. So I am starting to cut out little things here and there, but you're not going to miss any big purchases or big harvests or big planting sessions. Just maybe spraying some weeds and adding an extra application of fertilizer. That's about all you missed. All right, let's get back at it. Almost done with this harvest. Just a couple more ups and downs to do, and we'll be done. Here we are with the last pass. We'll get about another 4,000 liters of barley. We're gonna get it all moved over to the grain silo next, or the grain mill, I apologize there. It is a grain mill to make flour. And after that, we're gonna purchase a few things, I think, to prepare us for our first cutting of the grass. All right, a more powerful tractor is definitely gonna be needed. It is struggling with these 15,000 liters. I might have to adjust my plans a little bit, use the loan I want to take out a little differently, but we should be able to get it all unloaded and figure out exactly how much we want to send over to the grain mill. I think we will potentially take all of this. We did end up running out of barley this year before we got to the harvest, so I think it would make sense to overpopulate it this time. And we do have a good amount left over for the chickens, so I'm not too concerned about that. And arriving at the grain mill. Whoops, we're at 19,000. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just let all of that fall in. Let's jump into the production, get it configured again. Here we are, the grain mill. So we want to click on barley and activate. And it looks like we are close to running out of wheat, but we'll get plenty more of that over to the grain mill in July. And just closing the loop here on the barley harvest. I think what we're going to want to do is potentially some maintenance and fuel before we do the big 3 harvests next month. Probably should have done that this time, but we'll get this cleaned up. We can go do some maintenance on it. Probably need a little bit of cash for that. I don't think what we have
in hand with the 1800 is going to be enough. Harvester's clean. Let's get the header clean now. And then after this, we can move our focus to the grass field. And the next thing on our agenda is getting the field cut. So we're going to head on over to that. I'll probably get a worker going initially, and then we will be taking over. But we got some things to potentially purchase. And arriving at the field now, let's go ahead and get out and take a look at this. It's looking pretty good. Showing 97% yield bonus. But I think what we're going to do is we have the border over here where we've got the big X's, right? So we can't go past the big X. But we have a little bit of space this direction. So what we're going to do is borrow a little bit of money. We were able to pay a little bit of the loan off during May and April. So let's go ahead and borrow a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to need. Let's just do around 100,000 right now. And hopping into the sky, what I want to find here is silos. And we're going to do something really different for me. We are going to do a bunker silo. So it'll let us go to about right there, but I want to be careful. Probably split the difference. And we're going to go right here. A little bit of terrain to fix. Let's go ahead and do that as well. We don't want it that bumpy. Okay, so we should be able to just go to this smooth. Should be good there. Let's see if the other side did it as well. Doesn't look too bad over here, but we could get a tractor, drive up here and see how that feels. But yep, we're gonna do silage in a bunker. Going into grassland here, the other things we're gonna need is definitely a windrower. And I think to start out with, this Crone one would be a pretty good one. It's $60,000. So I think we are just gonna go with the $19,000 variety, and we can go ahead and buy that now. And then for more loans, we're going to want to go look at these forage wagons. And being that we're this close, we're not going to want to empty it that way. We're going to have to figure that out when the time comes. But I think I will take a little bit more money out, and we're just going to go with the little baby Pottinger Boss Alpine. But we need to get more money before that, so we'll borrow to where we're above 30,000. And this will be, see, I don't know if the silage additive tank is really going to be helpful, but we'll buy it anyways. And we have $112. And we have just switched the strawberries over to storing again. I did get the income for the last month from them, or while we slept, to see if I could get enough to repair this without taking more of a loan out. And yeah, we should be good. 1,800 to repair here and just under 500 there. And we can go ahead and, you know, pick and choose what we want for our first harvest to be here of the day. We have 3 different types that we're gonna do, or 2 different types. We're gonna have a wheat harvest, and 2 are gonna be oats. Lock into place, do the headland here. And I am realizing now I'm going the wrong way around the field for the auger if we stop during the headlands, so we might turn around once we do one of them. But oats are gonna fill up super slow. We do know that, so that's why we planted them in 2 fields. Let's rock and roll. And now that we have 1 headland done, I will do that turning around that I was talking about. Let's go to let the straw finish dropping there. Got a little crooked. I was trying to keep the swath straight, but you see we looped around this way, and now we can just keep on cruising on the headland and just go back the other way, and the auger is now facing towards the part of the field that has been harvested. And now with the headland completely done, the direction we were going was never going to be a problem because we weren't going to fill up. So now done with that, so I'm going to open up the auger, but I do want to check the weather. Looks like that hailstorm is coming later today. We should be good. Let's go ahead and shut off the header for now. And I completely regret debating with myself right now. I do regret this. I did want this, but I don't think this one's right for us yet. I'm going to see how much I could sell it for. So slightly used, about 60 grand. Let's go ahead and sell it. Let's repair it. We'll repaint it. And we'll sell it. Yeah, I don't think that's what we need. Let's get back in the store. Let's take a look at trailers. And gosh, even something like this, 18,000 capacity, the extension we can afford, puts it at, yeah, I like this better for this farm. And we're gonna go into the favorites. We will do a nice little color scheme here. Oh, that's the only one we can change. I'm being silly. Wheel setup, I think it's fine. All right, let's buy it. It made a little bit of cash there by doing that. I think that was the right decision for this farm. I regretted that pretty much instantly. Oh, we're here. We're here. We're here. We need to do maintenance on this. We have money. 4,300. Okay. 11,000 to repaint it. No way that's happening. Yeah, that just feels better. That feels more like where we're at in this playthrough. Still would have held everything we did in that first field, so I think this will be fine. Just hope it's not too tall, and it's not. All right. We'll get that going, and then I think we will hand this over to a worker. So I'm going to do that, start on the ups and downs, work headlands, no. And then once that is full, I'll hit H, or once it's empty, I'll hit H, and we're going to get on the baler. But we're going to have to really figure this out because, oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't do it right. I wanted to go here, work headlands off. Yeah, like that. Okay, but I don't know if we can pull this with the John Deere once it gets a little more full, so we will put it out of the way for the baler right here for now. I'm going to attach to the baler and start getting the bales all situated, or the straw baled up. And that should be a better use of our time than me just harvesting, because we got 3 fields and we have a lot of straw to pick up. I was letting this go and we're going to jump way ahead, but man, this tractor, I might have made up my mind for what I want to do next with the rest of that potential loan here. Let's look at the Challenger. We have the 180 horsepower variety. Let me look at a few things here. We could get the Case IH 7230 Pro here with the tires like that, 6,000, 22,000 for that engine, or we could go all the way. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do with my money. Maybe we will paint that right now. I mean, it's not my money, it's the bank's money. I mean, this is a very selfish decision as the baker man, but it's going to slow us down on some things, but speed up our field work. Let's do the full thing. We can sell it for 30. So we have 36 now. Let's go ahead and we're just going to go to 350 of a loan, 350,000. And by the end of today's episode, we're going to know what we're going to do with all of the money. So 256,000 bucks right now. Got to keep in mind that we don't have a way to move the silage when it's done. But I think that's the configuration I want to go with right there. Looks good. Let's see this. Yeah, that comparison. I dig it. Cab view's pretty nice. Not too shabby. Looks mean. I don't know exactly when you would want to use the double wheels. I honestly, like, I need to read up and learn that. Well, let's see how much better this pulls it. That seems so much better. And they're not even full yet? They're gonna finish that harvest without filling up that combine? That's sad. I mean, it looks a little dwarfed compared to the baler here, but I think it'll work. All right, worker D is done with their task. Let's go ahead and shut that off for now. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna go unload them. And I just wanted to see how this felt pulling the grain cart. I mean, it looks ridiculous. Seems to be pulling it okay. I mean, especially if it's just around the farm like this. And we can get this unloaded. It all should fit. It's only 5,800. All right, that's unloaded. We're gonna hop out of it. Gonna click on it. We're gonna hit create job, field work on field 42. And we're just gonna let them go. So they might start with the ups and downs, which is completely fine. We'll get around it. But let's get this over to the grain mill so we can get the oats in production again. Now, I think I'll get to this comment before I make the decision. What I've been thinking is we keep this grain mill and it produces all the flour, right? So we're producing a little more flour than we're able to go through in the bakery right now. Do we just get the bigger bakery first before the bigger grain mill because of that problem? And clicking on oats will activate them again. They'll go into storing. We have 11,000 already off of that first field. We're gonna get this close to that field and then get back to baling. Yeah, they just drove right into the middle of the field and started. I didn't mean for that. But I am gonna hop in there and make sure I can see if I can just flip it over to have it work headlands after it gets done with the ups and downs. All right, that's good for now. Yeah, let's see. Oops. I guess now we can. Start with headlands, no, but work headlands, yes. So that should be fine right there. If they'll back up a little bit and make sure they are good. Yepers. All right, let's get back to baling. Now I have these 2 fields done baled. So we got the barley field and the first oat field done. And I was trying to mess with you guys. And I think I might have lost because the harvester is 80% full. And I was hoping people would be like, oh no, they got to do the headland. Otherwise you can't get in there to unload the harvester. I was hoping we got to the headlands before it filled up. Oh, I think I gambled and lost. So we'll go ahead and park the new case over here. And I did see a little area where I felt like I would be comfortable driving into the field and losing a little bit, where there is already hail damage. So we'll go ahead and cruise right through that spot. And cause a little bit more damage than we needed to, and no way. No way, I didn't have to do that. Yep, they opened the field up for us. Oh, I should have waited, then I would have looked smooth. And instead of panicked. So that worked out pretty perfect though, timing-wise. So we'll go ahead, oh, they're filling up. Let's go ahead and help them unload. And let's see, are they gonna pull forward once they get enough leeway? Nope, that's okay. So 8,000 does 32%. We definitely have enough capacity in here. Could have drove with them there, but I think what I'll do is just drive into the middle of one of these rows. And we're gonna get back to baling, even though we're definitely gonna catch up pretty fast. I don't know if we have enough room right here for that. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll help them finish real quick. And we know where they're gonna end, so I am gonna go ahead and drive around to the top of the field, and we should be able to get out there and out of the way for the baler so we can get back to that. And I didn't reset the bale counter, so, oh, maybe I did, I guess 19. So let's go ahead and do that now too. Cause I don't think I did, but we'll say we did. And we get that, it's already lowered. Oh, we're in their way. All right, you can do it. You can do it. And activated. Away we go. I thought we were gonna get done before the harvest. But let's go ahead and turn this back on. We're gonna unload it, and then we will have them work the headlands on the wheat field. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and update that right now. Let's go ahead and say start with headlands. So now when we just drive up here, it should, once it recognizes the field, go ahead and hit worker, and they will go. And I think I am, instead of min-maxing, we're just gonna keep going until we, no, sir. I need you to start with the headland. Because we're definitely not gonna get that lucky on this one. All right, I think they recognize the update now. Whew. But yeah, I think we're just gonna drop all the oats in there and until we get to the point where the grain mill's full. Because it's not enough money to make selling the extra until we get to the point where, like I said, the grain mill's full and we decide to get a second grain mill, you know, stuff like that. That might not have been a bad move at this point. Go ahead and dump those in if it all fits, and it absolutely will. And I think it's just a little more than a year's worth anyways, if it even is. And we do still have a little bit of wheat, so I'm not gonna be in too much of a hurry to get the wheat over here. But they can wait right here for now. Let's see how quickly, yeah, 23% already. We'll be unloading them a lot more on that field than we did on the oat fields. And it looks like we got up to 7 bales, I think. 6 or 7. Let's just unload so we know. 6 bales. And go ahead and get back going on the new field here. As they're doing the wheat, I imagine they're going to be close to being full when they're heading up the headland. So that'll give us a chance to let them get ahead if we start unloading them on the run, like I think I'm going to do on this harvest. So I'm gonna get to this end and then I'll hop in the John Deere and switch over to that. Hey, the bunker silo's done fermenting. That's a nice little notification. All right, looping around here. Probably wanna get the cruise control closer to 6 miles an hour and lock in. That should be good once we get far enough over. A little too fast. There we go. Let's slow down just a hair for a second. Yeah, that's clean. Unloading them on the run. We'll go check out the silo. I mean, there's nothing really to see, but we will check the prices in a moment to make sure we're good with the amount we have. We might buy another bunker silo. I don't know, because we would be able to cut that again in September, and I don't know if I want to sell it by then. Yeah, so I don't think they were quite full or ready for us to unload, but I think that was helpful. All right, let's jump into the time-saving stock now. So silage does show at, yeah. Oh, the price is good right now. Okay. So let's pause. Is this what we spend our money on? I mean, I don't know if the extra cost, if I'm that much obsessed with Kubota. Do I want Kubota or do I care? I can go with the Schaefer. Battery capacity, you can increase that. I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna buy this, and then we're gonna go to combinations, and this one is 2,300 liters, and this one is, yeah, so we'll go with the bigger one. We'll buy that, and I'm gonna cruise over with this for now, but we're gonna have to free up the grain cart, and I guess that's something else we need to make sure that the grain cart's compatible. Now, is this thing gonna need a rear weight? Is it gonna be able to handle that? I don't, oh, maybe the Kubota is worth it. Let's shut that off. Let's take a look in here. We know the trailer we have. It does say silage. Okay. Yeah, I think while that harvest is going, I'm gonna cruise over here, and I might prioritize this above getting the straw the rest of the day. And based on the amount, it'll be 2 loads of that trailer, or a load and a half. So that's not too terrible. But yeah, we'll get over there, and then I'll come back, check on the harvest, see if we need to unload them. But the second we're done with that harvest, we are definitely gonna move that silage around so we can free up that pit for next time, especially since the price is good right now. Okay, we'll just leave that there, but that's, yeah, we're not even gonna uncover it yet. And, wow, only 41%. Yield isn't great, apparently. But let's do the jobs we can do right now. I'll keep on going with the baling. And we should be able to, yeah, pretty much get the baling done then. And still maybe have time to do that silage. Ooh, wasn't planning on that. And finally needing to unload the harvester. And I think after this, I will take the, oh, we're going to be in the way up there. Didn't realize they were doing this half pass. But once this number slows down a little bit, I'll get that out of the way. We will take this grain over to the grain mill to make sure we don't run out of wheat over there, because we're probably getting pretty close. All right, wheat going in. Let's double check that the production didn't shut off. Looks like we got here just in time. 513 was left. I guess we still had a little bit. But all of this should be enough for an entire year, and we still have a little bit in the silo. So I might put the rest of the wheat in the silo. So I don't know what we're gonna do with that grain mill bakery upgrade yet. Oh no, there's the rain. Okay, so you need to stop and shut off for now. Let's call an audible here. I don't think you'd want to do this in the rain, but I'm gonna. And it's a hailstorm, so hopefully some of this crop doesn't get ruined. And the straw, I don't know how hail affects that. I mean, worst case scenario, we could finish that harvest in August if the rain doesn't let up. But let's go see if I made a huge mistake with that front loader we bought. Or wheel, is it a wheel loader? What is the classification of that? Yeah, it was a front loader. Can we squeeze through here? Looks like we can, because that's where I want to park, right here. And yeah, I absolutely do not think you'd do this in the rain, but we're gonna. All right, let's see. Was it a mistake? Here we go, loading this up for the first time. And it's full. Tip it, lift it. I don't think that's gonna do it. I don't think that's gonna do it. All right, let's go ahead and reset this bad boy. And we'll see how much of a loss we take here. And I'm gonna live with my mistake. Perfect condition. We'll repaint a little bit there and sell. So a couple $1,000s lost. So let's go in here. We will go. Is there anything we want to change? Wheel setup, twin wheels. Is that gonna give us more traction? Let's go for it. And this one's even slow. Oh, same speed. So we'll get there hopefully today. And hopefully this thing can handle that. It seems like it can handle a lot more weight. I guess it probably told me in the menu, but you know, now that we've bought it, we're gonna live with it, hopefully. All right, let's find out if this was a mistake or not. Yeah, it lifts a little bit on the back, but I think it'll be okay. Now, does it get high enough? It does not get high enough. Okay. Let's just do what I should have done to begin with. Let's just dump all this back in here. Slow as it goes. There it goes. That's faster. And hop out. It's going to be one of those segments. Reset, reset. And I am going to actually put these back together. And we'll go ahead and repair, paint. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Sold, sell. I'm going to give myself $5,000. And you're going to have to wait till next time to see how I solve this puzzle. I'm Socks Way Up. I'll catch you on the next episode.